All right. Sorry about that. I had it scheduled for 10. But you know how I am. I love to be fashionably late. I decided to jump in the shower to wake up a little bit. And it ended up next thing you know, it's 10:13. So another week, another stream titled UFC 300 main event. That's not going to end for a bit. Let me scratch my nose now. My mustache is itching like crazy. I got to get back to putting some of that beard oil on my mustache. It makes it itch less. I was actually going to make a video first, but then I said, let me just jump on stream. It's already 10 o'clock. I put out the Colby video like you boys asked last night. Went off on Colby yet again. Obviously, the Colby hate isn't as pronounced as it was a month ago, but it was still fun. Even though I had to sit through that horrendous interview where he was ducking Ian Machado Gary left and right and begging for Wonderboy Thompson. But I got the video out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did watch it. If you haven't watched it yet, please go check it out. If you haven't watched my full card predictions for Jack Hermanson versus Joe Pyfer, please go check that out as well. That is out on the channel. I know these smaller cards don't do that good of views, but I remember back in the day doing some prediction videos and getting like 200 views. So even 2,000 on like the shittiest Apex card known to man, I'm happy with, and I'm happy to see those numbers consistently going up. So yeah, if you guys can go check that out afterwards. Cuts video didn't do that good either, but there's like a lull in action the last 2 weeks, so we'll get some 300 news. I know that'll be a big video, and I look forward to seeing what the main event is at this point. I mean, it should be coming any minute now, basically. Pause. But yeah, I took a nice warm shower. Believe it or not, I've had a migraine since yesterday. I went to bed at like 9 o'clock yesterday, slept for like an hour. I think it has something to do with like that lingering 2-week illness I had, to be quite honest. I felt weird yesterday, and I had like a migraine yesterday, and then I went to sleep at 9, woke up at like 10:30. Saw in the Discord people talking about the Colby interview, and said do a video on it, and I said, it's only 25 minutes, let me struggle through it. The worst part about doing those videos is I go and watch it in advance and get timestamps of the most notable moments. So I'll take a bunch of timestamps, and then when I'm done, the entire interview, I might delete a couple because I'm like, this is redundant and, this or that. So I have to watch the interview twice, essentially once beforehand and once while I'm recording the video. But it seems like people prefer those versus just doing little clips, like where I can pause. And then YouTube did some type of weird fucking update where the space bar doesn't work for pause anymore. It works sometimes, but now I have to click K to pause the video. Pause and restart, because usually I'm just hitting the space bar here when I want to talk. So either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It did 5K views, which is decent, but nothing crazy. I was looking at before I started this stream, and what really honestly, and I've mentioned this probably 100 times already, to be honest. If you've been here for every stream, you probably already know this, but you know what tickles me? Just absolutely tickles me. Francis Ngannou humiliated Dana White with post-UFC success. 32,000 views and still climbing. Not by much, but it's still climbing every day. It's still getting views. And that is one of my proudest takes and, long-term takes. And that's one of the best videos I believe I put together, 43 minutes long. And I'm so happy that it got that many views. It's nothing crazy, but I'm so happy about the amount of views. So I'm happy with that. 20K by 300. I'm hoping so. The last week or so, the views have stayed about the same, but the subs have dropped off a cliff the last week. The last week we've gained like 100, 200 subs, something like that. So it's weird how a few months after a fight, almost every fighter who loses has some sort of excuse. I know, dude. I kind of want to make a video on Volkanovski making mad excuses, but I don't, it is what it is. Word on the street is Aspinall Poeton, just a rumor, not true. Anonymous sources says Nick Diaz versus Nate Diaz. Ew. Guru said you're secretly based because you said, quote, 100% cotton in Jamal Hill tweet. Look, I'm not even sure what based means. It seems like a lot of like the incel community likes to do that. But 100% cotton, people, made it out to be like something that it's not. But I don't give a fuck. I say what I want. And if I was one of these people, I was talking about it to someone in Discord earlier. if I was one of these people that enjoyed and cheered along, as Strickland says, all this kind of like homophobic slur bullshit and Charles Radke, loving Charles Radke, or saying kind of edgy racial stuff. If I was one of those people who enjoyed it, I would just come right out and say it. I wouldn't be no pussy. I'm not beating around the bush saying, oh, 100% cotton. You have to literally be in like a weird kind of racist mindset to even think that's racial whatsoever. But if I was one of these people who supported that type of stuff, I would just come out and say it. I'm no pussy. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks of me. So, if that's what he thought, I don't know. I don't really give a fuck what he thinks, to be honest. Like I've always said this, wish him nothing but success, and I'm happy for his success. He's a big fan of mine, apparently. I wish I could say the same. I don't really watch MMA content in general. So I don't know if he has a problem or not. The cotton comment was way off base. Shut the fuck up, Matthew. When is Bilal's next fight going to be announced? Next 2 weeks, I'm going to say. Next 2 weeks, I'm going to say. I think it might end up in London. But we may end up getting... The reason the 300 main event may be taking so long is maybe he's going to announce 2 title fights, main and co-main event, is what I'm thinking. But the best part is everything I say online, whether it's Twitter, whether it's in a YouTube video, I will say it to anyone's face. Anyone's. So, is a massive fan. Yeah, I know he's a massive fan. I know. Everyone's told me he's a massive fan, which honestly is kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of touching, to be honest, Dude, 16K, congrats, incredible. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. Make long-reigning champs great. Again, this double shit corny is overplayed. Yeah, I know, dude. I know, Andy. I know, bro. Hold on. I gotta send you something real quick. Hold on, because you're not going to believe this. I don't want to say that out loud. Joe, you're literally the last person I would assume is racist, down-to-earth guy, and the only MMA YouTuber to call out racism in the UFC fan base. Thank you, Andrew John. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, people. The thing is, people can think whatever they want. I don't give a fuck. If the people want to say that, so be it. I'll stand behind everything I say. People are always going to try to warp narratives to make you look bad. But I just embrace it because I don't care. I'm not owned by anyone. I'm not owned by anyone. It's actually the live chat that tries to stir up and create drama between Oh, yeah, I'm sure. O'Malley's such a cornball for wanting to fight Ilia if he wins. Yeah, O'Malley doesn't want to fight any contenders. So I just thought it was hilarious. You don't need to apologize, bro. I don't mind you saying it. It was no big deal you saying that. I don't, like, even if you thought that, it doesn't matter. I'm not, like, angry about it. I think it's worth mentioning, If I didn't think it was worth mentioning, I would tell you to shut the fuck up, like the one weirdo in the chat who was saying something weird a second ago. So don't apologize. There's no big deal. Some people take what I say. I just like to fuck around, and I try to, like, a lot of the shit I joke about, I say kind of straight-faced, and some people take it as, like, anger sometimes. When I'm just talking shit. Shavkat would break Colby. Why do you think Colby's begging for Wonderboy Thompson? Well, it's got to be announced like this weekend. April isn't far away. Dude, they've announced fights 2 weeks. I mean, remember UFC 279? They announced two main card fights like 2 weeks before the event. Thoughts on Ilia not wanting to give Max Shair or Brian a chance at the belt? I kind of understand it, but at the same time, dude, we don't know what's going to be going on in the division. Curious what you think about Izzy versus Chimaev. I really don't think either should fight for a title next, so match them up. Somebody needs to fight for a title, bro. Somebody needs to fight for a title. Can someone please explain the cotton thing? I tweeted out about my Jamal Hill shirt being 100% cotton, and people said it was racist. That's basically it. I can't lie. If you and Guru ever do a debate or live stream, it will hit like crack. Okay. I'm open to pretty much anything. I'm not big on collabs, but I'm open to stuff. I'm not one of these people fiending, you know, people say, "Oh, Joe, you don't talk shit about this person or don't talk shit about that person or respond to this or respond to that." I'm just looking to cover MMA. I'm not looking to stir up drama and clout chase, you know. Joe, you hurt my feelings. Now I need mental therapy. What did I miss? Did I miss something, Fight Life? My apologies if I missed something. What did I miss, bro? I got a bit of a headache right now, so if I accidentally skipped your message, my bad. I'm looking for it, but I don't see it. Joe, what's your take on the Ilia Topuria saying he wants his next fight to be against Conor? Dude who's a nerd. It's annoying as fuck. And let's just say I will be discussing that very shortly. 20K by 300. Agreed. Ariel Helwani versus Joshua Fabi for 300. Yeah, sign me up. People are so sensitive to where we can't even say what shirts are made out of now. The thing is, there's a lot of people that try to make something out of nothing. And then it delegitimizes when there are actual things going on in that capacity, you know? If that makes sense. Anyone know what time Power Slap ends? No. Bro, Ilia ain't ever getting red painting night. Dude, Ilia just needs to shut the fuck up and fight Volkanovski. He may end up losing. Yeah, guys, like the stream. Can't believe the Colby fans really fell for an image of a broken foot. Dude had a month to find an x-ray. Yeah, I don't even think it was an x-ray, actually. I think it was an MRI, too. I don't buy it for 1 second. It didn't even show... in the fight. Like, it didn't appear... Like, he ran for his life the entire fight. And, like, the excuse doesn't even make sense. Like, his footwork was him running the entire fight. You can't tell me he can't try to wrestle. And when he did try to wrestle, he got easily reversed. But yeah, there's people that would actually buy that shit because they want to suck Colby's cock, I guess. There's throbbing cock. 100% bet when Ilia loses, he's going to have an excuse. He definitely will. Hey, little bro, what's up? Will Dana ever abandon Power Slap ship? No. He'll sell it off for a mega deal. That's what will happen. What would you know? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're getting at here. Ilia beats Volk at 298, and he would have beat Volk in his prime, too. I think a lot of people are writing off Volk way too early. Way too early. But it's fucking me up because I don't know. Like, it's almost playing mind tricks on me, if that makes sense. Everyone, Topuria being super confident. I feel like everyone's picking Topuria. Everywhere I look, everyone's like, yeah, Topuria is going to be the guy. And it's like throwing me off in general. Like, I don't know who I'm picking at all. Tapology, 45% picking Topuria. Best wins, Josh Emmett. Dude, Topuria's best win is Josh Emmett. Like, I already knew that, but now that I'm looking at it, win before that, Bryce Mitchell. Win before that, Jai Herbert. Win before that, Ryan Hall. Damn. Damn. How many fights we got on this card? 13. Rinya, Nakamura, Carlos Vera. This is a pretty easy card to do predictions, I think. Not easy, but like the entire main card, it's like I'm super familiar with every fighter right off the top of my head. I'm looking forward to this card. It's going to be a banger to watch together, boys. What did Topuria even do to deserve a title shot? Beat up Josh Emmett. Same. I don't know who I'm picking. To be honest, maybe I'm leaning towards Volk. I'm leaning towards Volk as well. Other polls on YouTube I've seen had Volk 80-20. I think Volk wins, man. Dude has been untouchable at featherweight. Yeah, I would love if Volk was coming off the win over Yair instead of the loss against Islam. That kind of plays mind tricks. Am I wrong about... Do you guys understand what I'm saying when I say the mind tricks? You guys understand what I'm saying? Volk is legit unbeatable in every area. Can't wait to see it. Me either. Topuria second round KO. Dude, Topuria KO and Volk would be crazy. I'm gangsta leaning towards Ilia. Dude, I'm honestly stuck. Before the Islam KO, I thought everyone thought Volk would win. Even Volk was super confident, but after that KO, the narrative has changed. I know, but Topuria would get fucked up by Islam. Islam would beat the brakes off of Topuria. So it's like, you got to think of it that way. I just hope there isn't a fight where Father Times make Volk like Tony Ferguson. Imagine Volk loses to Topuria and it's just never the same. They always fall off. I told you guys, we got to appreciate these guys while they're in their prime, because like that, how many times have I said that about different fighters? Like that, they're gone. It's true. It's true. They're gone like that quick, which is super unfortunate. Thoughts on Movsar Evloev? Think he's very good. I've always been high on Movsar. He was supposed to fight Topuria at UFC 270, and I was looking forward to that. I remember talking about it on live stream, thinking that's a banger matchup. Now that might happen for a title one day, which is crazy. That may end up happening for a title one day instead. So I just yeah. Imagine one day Volk's gonna look like Ferguson. Oh my god, Volk seems like a guy to stick around for too long too. If Islam retires in the near future, do you think has a chance to move up and become champ? I'm assuming you meant Volk. Do I think Volk has a chance? Retype the message. I don't know. To be fair, the Cotton comment didn't make sense. What do you mean by that, Vince? What are you talking about? Vince, fill me in what you mean. Exactly. I don't think the KO affects Ilia fight as much as people think, but definitely plays a huge role in such a fast turnaround. Yeah, I don't like the huge turnaround either. I do not like the quick turnaround, not huge turnaround. I don't know why I said it like that. When is 300 announcement? I'm thinking it'll be this week. What's your current shirt made of? I think it's 100% cotton, but I'm not sure. Do you think Volk has a chance to move up and become champ? I don't think Volk would. At this point, I think he's too old. I think like guys like Armin and Oliveira could beat him. Thank you for the $2. Oh, Archie, who had a better title run, RDA or Anthony Pettis? I'll say, off the top of my head, I want to say RDA. Because Anthony Pettis, not Anthony Smith. Like, I don't even remember. Like, I feel like he didn't even deserve the title shot at that point in time when he got it, if I remember correctly. Yeah, beat Benson Henderson for the title. Oh, yeah, he was supposed to fight at 163. That is one of the biggest conspiracies known to man. So let me break this down for you guys who weren't around at this point in time, all right? So UFC 163 was supposed to be Jose Aldo, or it's Jose Aldo. I forgot how you pronounce his name. Everyone always corrects me. It's supposed to be Jose Aldo versus Anthony Pettis. It was supposed to be like a super fight. And that was early August, the first week of August. Then the last week of August at UFC 164 was supposed to be Benson Henderson versus how the hell am I forgetting his name? Grant. What was his last name? How did I forget this quick? It's Grant something. Why is Google scrolling? TJ Grant. And so you had UFC 163 and UFC 164 3 weeks apart. At 163, Pettis pulled out. Then a couple days later, TJ Grant pulled out at 164. And then Pettis stepped in for TJ Grant at 164. So it was supposed to be Jose Aldo, Pettis. Pettis pulls out with an injury. Korean Zombie steps in. Then a couple days later, TJ Grant pulls out of 164 and Pettis steps in. So it was like, what the fuck? So it was a massive conspiracy theory that the UFC paid TJ Grant to step aside for Anthony Pettis because it was the bigger fight. And what's crazy is TJ Grant deserved the title shot and he never fought again. He never, ever fought again. He was number one contender. He pulled out of that fight with concussion symptoms, had problems for a while, never fought again. And it was craziness. It was straight up craziness. And that's, how Anthony Pettis ended up winning the belt. And then didn't hang on for it. Only hung on for it for one fight. That's crazy, though. TJ Grant was on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fight winning streak. And he earned a title fight. So how many fights are left to add at the UFC 300? I think 2. 2 or so. So who you have winning, Cheeto or O'Malley? Probably O'Malley. Who do you like between Shavkat and Chimaev? I like Chimaev. Would you start watching UFC 2010? I was kind of a casual, little bit paid attention like 2009, 2008. So, but anyway, I think RDA had a better title run. But neither one of them had a particularly great. Both of them only defended the belt once, which is crazy. But I think RDA had better wins. But it's debatable to get to the belt. If that makes sense. Thank you for answering my questions. You're welcome. Ilia's Rose promo was pretty sick. I've seen like pictures, but I don't know. Let's see something. Joe, did you watch Dark Knight in theaters? No, I did not. Joey, brother Joey, MMA fans or not, they acting like picking Ilia against Volk is high-level IQ pick, bro. Ilia couldn't finish Emmett. I think it's just kind of a litany of factors. Volk coming off the KO. Volk 35. Topuria young, undefeated, well-rounded. I kind of understand the pick. So... What's up, brother? What's up? I remember when Pettis era MMA was so much better back then. Pettis is so washed now. Yeah, I remember they thought Pettis was going to be a long-reigning champ. He only defended once. JJ Smoke, thank you for the 19 months of membership. I appreciate you. Favorite year of MMA? I don't have a favorite year. I couldn't tell you a favorite year. But they're acting like it's an easy pick. Like, bro, it's Volk, the featherweight GOAT. It's not going to be easy. Yeah, it's not an easy pick at all. People just like to pretend they're confident so that way if they're right, they can claim like, you know, they knew what the fuck they were talking about. I only claim I'm confident when I'm genuinely confident. I was confident about Adesanya beating Pereira in the rematch. And I was confident about Charles Oliveira beating Beneil Dariush. So, and I was confident about Jones beating Cyril Gane. But if I'm ever telling you that I'm confident, I'm actually confident. I'm not just... It's usually... It's annoying because I see it a lot in the MMA community, even just like from people in chat and stuff. People just pretend like they're confident, so if they get it right, they can be a genius. But in reality, if they're wrong, they'll just be like, oh, it's MMA. The sport of MMA makes no sense, you know? Which I kind of understand, but you get what I mean. Who are you cheering for, Armin or Oliveira? Oliveira is one of my favorite fighters, so probably Oliveira. Is Pettis washed or was he just facing better guys? Pettis, I think, was never really that crazy good. Dude never had defensive wrestling. Look at the fight card. It was UFC Fox 1. He fought Clay Guida, got out-grappled by Clay Guida and the boys. I would never want to hang out with Clay Guida and the boys. You couldn't pay me to hang out with Clay Guida and the boys. I wouldn't kick it with Clay Guida and the boys, chop it up with Clay Guida and the boys. Do you know of... Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Were you confident about Masvidal over Colby? I was not. I have a prediction video. I said, I think Jorge gets it done with his striking in the first 2 rounds. If not, I see Colby winning decision. But I felt good about the pick. Did you see what Blank said about you? No, I did not. Fill me in. What did he say about me? I've been following UFC since the very beginning, 1994. No time limits, no weight classes, very few rules. I remember Hoist Gracie, Ken Shamrock, Dan Severn, Don Fry. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I could tell you were confident about Islam's last 2 fights. I was confident. But if you remember, I said people were underselling Volkanovski's chances. Remember? I was saying, like, the reason I wasn't so shocked at UFC 284 is because I thought Volk had a decent shot. Even though I was confident. You've been watching UFC since 2020? That's crazy, bro. I've been watching for 14 years. 14 years. I told the story. Who remembers the story about the first pay-per-view I ever ordered? I told it on stream. It's a pretty elaborate story. that involved a serious car accident. Joe, you picked Masvidal. You're actually insane. It wasn't that bad of a pick, bro. It wasn't that bad of a pick. You remember it, Vince? Never heard it. I'm a rookie. Hey, man. Everyone's welcome. Our trash guy is down there with Chael and Jesse. Okay. Ty, thank you for the 1 month of membership. Love you, Joey. Thank you for penetrating my ears. I'll penetrate your ears any day of the week, bro. I recall 94 big time. That's crazy. Welcome to UFC fans. Hate all the casual hate dudes that sport grows. We're all casuals at one point, exactly. I remember it turned me on. Does anybody want to hear the story about the first pay-per-view I ever ordered? Yay or nay? If you want to hear it, I'll tell it. If not, I won't. I've told it before. It's pretty serious. I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious. Was my story right? A little bit, Vincent. It was a little bit off. A little bit off. Yes. So anyway, I always kind of paid attention to the UFC, but never really watched. Like I would occasionally catch like reruns. And like I remember one of my buddies used to order the cards. Like not really a close friend, but like somebody I occasionally hung out with in groups. And he invited me over for UFC 100. And I was like, I ended up doing something. I had something better to do. So I said, nah, I didn't go over and watch it. I used to play the UFC video games and, occasionally watch on Spike TV, but never really live events. Like I would always catch reruns. And then anyway, one of my buddies hit me up and said, hey man, you want to go to Buffalo Wild Wings for UFC 114, which was Rashad Evans, Rampage Jackson. And I said, yeah, let's do it. I always kind of wanted to get into UFC anyway. I kind of been like I would call it like barely a casual fan up until that point, but I wanted to get into it. I wanted to watch it more often. I wanted to catch it and, whatnot. So anyway, I'm like, yeah, let's go. So we go to Buffalo Wild Wings. We get there. It's just fucking packed. UFC 114 was a big card. It was a big card because it was the ending of The Ultimate Fighter. Rampage and Rashad had a lot of beef, and it was like a big card. And we get to Buffalo Wild Wings. It's just fucking slam packed, right? So I'm like, damn, what do you want to do? We may not even get a seat. It was like 9 o'clock. I think it was like 9 o'clock, 10 p.m. was main card start time, which it still is now too. Damn it, there's something in my eye. So anyway, I said, you know what? I said, I got a family member that lives nearby. I had a family member that lived like 10 minutes away from Buffalo Wild Wings. I said, we'll go there and we'll order it and we'll just pay for it. Because I was close with his family member. So he's like, all right, let's go. So we went. My fiance was with me and his girlfriend was with him. So all four of us started driving to my family member's house. We're driving down this like 2-lane road, but like it's like a 45, 50 mile an hour speed limit. And everyone just speeds down this road, and we're speeding down this road, and there's this, we're going down this road, and this car pulls out, and the car in front of me just slams into it. Like, it's a pretty nasty car accident. Like, I'm pretty sure both vehicles got hurt. I don't think anyone died, right? But it was a pretty nasty car accident, and we saw it off in the distance. We didn't, see it up close and personal, but we saw it off in the distance. Cops hadn't shown up. It literally just happened. And it was already at this point, but we waited a little bit at Buffalo Wild Wings. It was 9:45. We wanted to get there, order the card, make sure everything worked out. We never ordered a card before. I didn't know how hard it would be. This is 2010. It wasn't like it is now where you just go online. Everything's super easy. And we're like, well, do we stop? And there was already another car stopped. I assume they called 911. And the whole road's kind of blocked off because the car got T-boned. So this car kind of spun around. So this car ended up this way. And then this car was kind of this way, if that makes sense. So this lane was blocked this way. The lane I was in was blocked this way. And then the other lane was blocked by the car that got T-boned. But there was a gap in between them like that. Like, that makes sense. There's a gap there. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. I just drove right in between them. And we drove over some fucking metal. We drove over some glass. I was worried about getting a flat tire. But I said, fuck it. I want to order the pay-per-view. I want to watch every fight on the pay-per-view. So we drove to my family member's house. We ordered the pay-per-view. We watched. It was a dog shit card. And his girlfriend fell asleep. And the card was just horrible. We didn't really enjoy it all that much. But I was like, you know what? I want to start ordering these pay-per-views. So me and him started getting together and ordering pay-per-views. We ordered 116. I think we ordered 117 together. Then we might have skipped a couple, and then we ordered, another couple. We ordered a couple all the way up until maybe like 128, 29, somewhere around there. And then like he kind of was like, sometimes he wanted to order them something. Like he was kind of wanted to jump in for the really big ones. I kind of wanted to watch them all. And I started going to Buffalo Wild Wings for most of the cards. And then what I would do every big card, I didn't really like love going to Buffalo Wild Wings, but I didn't really hate going to Buffalo Wild Wings. So every big card, I started to like order the pay-per-views. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just order it by myself. And then I was like, right after Anderson Silva and Chael Sonnen, I was pretty much like cemented as a hardcore fan. And then I started to really become like a crazy hardcore fan. And then I used to have people hit me up for big fights. Like, hey man, can I come over and watch the fight? And I know you're ordering it because a bunch of my friends knew I was a hardcore fan now. And so like big fight would pop around. And they'd be like, oh, let me come over and watch with you. And then I'd be like even my best friend, he's still one of my best friends to this day. Like he would hit me up sometimes. I'd be like, no, dude, I don't want to fucking deal with like total casuals while I'm trying to watch the card. Like I welcome everyone to enjoy the sport, but there's nothing more annoying than casuals who, and this isn't even my buddy. My buddy's just annoying in general. Like he's always, he always wants to drink and shit when shit like that's going on. But in other terms, because like sometimes, I've had other people hit me up like, hey, let's watch the fights together. You want to come over? The people who know I watch the fights, hey, I'm ordering the fights. You want to come over? There's nothing more annoying than the casuals who think they're hardcores. And it's just, I'm just how you guys see me interact on stream is exactly how I am in real life. So I can really be a dickhead. And I'm not even trying to be a dickhead. I just say everything that comes to my mind. So like me trying to watch the fights around other people who are casuals but then pretend like they're hardcores, it's just like I badly want to embarrass them, when they say dumb shit like, oh, this is easy, and like, oh, the easy pick, he's definitely going to win, and you don't know shit about the fights. And I'm like, oh and my fiance knows way more than you, and you're acting like you're some hard. And I want to just call them out when they say dumb shit, just like dumb takes. Like I'm just going to make up something that's relevant to now. Like, yeah, Volk's going to win. It's going to be easy, man. He's way better than Volk. He's already, dumb shit like that. Like just shit they read online, I have a couple friends now that are like, I don't want to say casuals, but like somewhere in between casual hardcore, but I wouldn't say dead center. I would say more towards the casual side. And like sometimes I got to set them straight. I hear dumb shit and I'm like, geez, you were one dumb motherfucker. You don't know what the fuck. And I don't ever want to come off like a know-it-all, but I just can't help myself. When I think something, I say it out loud. So that's why I always said I'm not a big fan of like collabing unless it's somebody that ain't going to get their feelings hurt, because I will be a total dick. You can be a total dick to me and I will never get my feelings hurt. Because everyone that I've hung out since I was a kid, nothing but just talking shit 24/7. So there's nothing that can ever hurt my feelings. And I'm always armed with the facts. I will go anywhere and debate any MMA topic against anyone, and I'm confident in my abilities. I'm confident in my knowledge. So that's the story about how I ordered my first ever pay-per-view. And I wonder if anything ever happened with those people that got into the car accident. Anyway, Pat Matthews, thank you for the $4.99. Love the Kip quote. Where does Napoleon Dynamite rank in your all-time favorite movies? You quote it a lot, as you should. I forget what quote I just used, so fill me in on what quote I just used. Napoleon Dynamite's one of my favorite movies. They don't make comedies like they used to. When Kip ran over the Tupperware and it just exploded and then he drove off fast as hell, had me laughing my ass off. But it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Napoleon Dynamite's fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious. Nothing better than quoting Uncle Rico or Kip or Napoleon, or this is pretty much the worst movie ever made. So there you go. That's what I got. Joe, what's your definition of a hardcore? I don't know, dude. It can vary. It can vary. But I would say at the bare minimum watches the majority of the fights. But I'm not a gatekeeper of the sport. So, Joey, your casual friends say Izzy is the GOAT, huh? And Patty's a star. No. No, absolutely not. All right, where was I at? Joey destroys the crime scene. Yes, I did. I destroyed a crime scene. Yeah, I've done a lot of crime scene work back in the day. I started with the UFC game and made me a fan. I bought every card since November 2020. That's crazy. It's crazy that I think of 2020 as like a year ago. Joe, what do you do for a living? Wall Street banker. Good take on Colby yesterday, mate. Those submission ratings guys, radio guys are bitches. They should change the channel to submissive radio. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to shit on them too much because I understand why they do what they do, but it's just corny to me, you know. It's better watching with people who know nothing and people who know a bit and have an ego. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Joe, I'm surprised you're not meat riding Benoit Saint Denis. Seems like you're the. I am a big fan of Benoit Saint Denis, and I've been on the hype train for a long while, but I'm never meat riding anyone. I'm never meat riding anyone, to be honest. You won't ever see me meat ride anyone. I'm just a fan of the best versus the best, you know. That's just me. I'm a fan of the best versus the best. Deserve title shots, meritocracy, and yeah, just competitive matchups. I own crypto Venom gear. I'm a hardcore. Yes, you have to. If you don't own at least one Venom gear t-shirt, then you're not a hardcore. What's up, sir? Back in the stream. What's up? What's the crack today? What's up, my friend? You remember Pettis headlock KO? You mean head kick? Yes. And it wasn't a KO. It wasn't a KO. That just shows Ty Emerson's a casual. They show it as if it's a KO, but he actually won via decision. What was up with the Wall Street comments from the guy on your last video, dude? Dude's a fucking weirdo. That's why I said it again. Dude's a fucking weirdo. He said, we're tired of being lied to. I was like, what the fuck? You have 3 Venom gear t-shirts? Oh, well, then you're the ultimate hardcore. Dude said Pettis headlock KO. He meant head kick KO. The Wall Street guy had me dying. Dude said prove it. Dude said prove it. I hear a lot of these fights in the UFC are actually CGI. Your thoughts? My thoughts are Matthew Thompson is the biggest pussy in chat. Like a massive pussy. I actually own a Venom shirt. It's my first YouTube video. Fair enough. Fair enough. Joey, real talk. When do you think Dana's going to announce it? I really thought he was going to announce it last week after the Nina video. I'll say this week. I've been streaming every pay-per-view since UFC 1. That's crazy. Joe, if you're a banker, you'd start the next recession. Oh, is that supposed to hurt my feelings? I have more money in my bank account. I had more money in my bank account when I was 22 than you'll have in your entire life, Juan Walker. How does that make you feel? I've been watching since I was 9 years old. I'm at 26 now. My memory is shot. Hey, dude, I'm just fucking with you anyway. No big deal. A lot of people do think that it was a TKO finish. But it is what it is. Have you seen a weird person that comments on your video saying they use AI and it points to you being negative? He literally writes like paragraphs on this. I feel like I've seen part of it, but I don't think I've ever read the entire thing. But I don't really remember. Joe, I feel like you're a hardcore if you watch fights nights entirely and women's MMA. If you don't watch women's MMA, you're definitely casual. Yeah, I would say so. Probably. Joey, can you tell a story of when you went off on a casual? I don't ever think I've went off on a casual. I can have a conversation with someone for 1 minute and tell whether or not they're a casual, you know? You know what I mean? Like, there was something that I was thinking of the other day, And I was thinking only hardcores would remember this. And it's these like abstract moments from years and years ago. And now I can't think of what it was. I can't think of what it was. I'll tell you one that I always laugh about. Who remembers the Reebok launch? Here's one for the hardcores. Who remembers the Reebok launch? Does anyone know what I'm getting at with that? Joey, every time you get paid, you put some money in your savings. All my YouTube earnings go right into a high yield savings account. Or something. I don't read it either, just different and not copy and paste. He's super passionate about it. Maybe one day I'll read it. Rampage broke down the door on Tough. Who remembers? Who remembers the Reebok launch? Gilbert Melendez's name was like Dilbert or something. Yeah, there was a bunch of errors and shit. There was a bunch of errors. They were like misspelling fight kits. The original fight kits, even on fight nights, were like, so let's say you had two different fighters, right? One fighter would have 75% black, 25% white shorts. The other fighter would have 75% white, 25% black shorts. It went on for like a year. It went on for like a fucking year, and it drove me up a damn wall. You couldn't even tell the difference between the fighters with shorts. It was so annoying. It was absolutely so annoying. Drove me nuts. Are you full-time YouTube? I mean, I work on it full-time, but no, I'm not full-time YouTube. I don't make full-time money. The rankings are irrelevant. Umar got ranked number 11 because he's powerful. That's all you need to see. Okay. Joe, can you make me a mod? Yeah, Rampage say apparently UFC, their deal with Reebok. Joe, can you put the link to your Discord? You got to be a member to get the Discord link, my friend. The Reebok premiere was so cringy, man. The Reebok premiere was so cringy. What about the Fox launch deal? Yeah, we talked about that like recently. In the last like 2 months, we talked about that. The Reebok, the Fox launch was cringy as hell. Who remembers UFC on Fox 1? Someone describe UFC on Fox 1 to me in the chat. I want to see who remembers. You'll know what I'm talking about. If you watched UFC on Fox 1, you were annoyed as fuck like I was. UFC's always fucking up. They gave a $10 discount for a bunch of UFC Austin because they printed the wrong date on their shirts. That's crazy. Kane versus JDS, only main event. Yeah, I know what the fight was, but what was annoying about it? There you go. Only one fight, NFL on Fox copy. Yeah, it was one fight. You could watch the Facebook prelims, and the one fight lasted 60 seconds, and they wasted an hour of your time. It was an hour Fox card. So it was annoying as shit. It was annoying as shit. Yeah, they had one fight card. And I remember Anthony Pettis, Clay Guida was on the Facebook prelims. You're a real OG if you remember the Facebook prelims. Who remembers when they used to do Fight Pass cards all the time? I remember waking up for at like 5 a.m. to watch like Tyron Woodley versus Dong Young Kim on short notice on a Fight Pass card. Who remembers Fight Pass cards? Used to have exclusively on Fight Pass cards, which would be the equivalent of like Apex cards nowadays. Yeah, it was like 12 seconds. Yeah. I'm trying to think of another thing only like super hardcores will remember. There was something I was thinking about the other day that I can't remember what it was now. That only like super hardcore fans will remember. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if you've been a hardcore fan for a while, some of that stuff you'll remember. Bisping versus Silva on Fight Pass was legit. That is true. Occasionally they would have a good one. Do they have an arena for every fight before Apex? Yeah. Arena for every fight card before the Apex. You can't even pronounce Aldo's name. No, I always say Jose Aldo, and people always correct me and say, no, it's pronounced this way. Jose Aldo. I forgot the way people tell me to pronounce it. I don't remember. I think that is the way you pronounce it. Maybe I used to say Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo. Maybe I used to say that. I don't remember. Damn, that was vicious. They say Jose. Jose Aldo. Okay. That's how they say it. Jose. But I always say Jose Aldo. Fuck it. Joey Beltran versus Pat Barry for the troops. Only military folks could go. There was a Tim Kennedy card one time for the troops still. Tim Kennedy was like one of the biggest whiners in the UFC at one point in time. Are you still sick? I don't know. I feel like I got completely over it like 3 days ago, but then the last 2 days I've had like a crippling like migraine. I remember TJ Grant was 1 win away from a lightweight title fight. Now he got the lightweight title fight and pulled out. When on earth will they announce UFC 300 main? This week, hopefully. How does Tim Kennedy do at middleweight right now? Not even top 15. Brazilian Portuguese pronounced Jose with a hard J. Okay, so I say Jose Aldo, and it's supposed to be Jose Aldo. I don't remember. I know I always say Jose Aldo, and people always tell me it's wrong, but I don't know at all. Joe, would you ever hold a meet and greet with Clay Guida and the boys? No. I can't stand Tim Kennedy. Yeah, he's a pussy. Who remembers when WEC merged with the UFC? I do. Mike Jackson beat Pat Miletich. Apparently he was losing and Pat Miletich just couldn't continue because he was so old. Who remembers when who remembers when Cowboy blew his nose during the first minute and closed his eye? I remember it. They had a replay of it too. It was filthy. It was filthy, filthy, filthy. Who remembers when Colby Covington, here's a good one that only like people who've been hardcores for a while. Who remembers when Colby Covington went searching for Dana White in the casino and he was filming on a live stream? Or he was on a live stream and Dana White was cheating on his wife. And the second Colby started filming him, the woman got up and ran away and Dana was like, turn that off. Does anyone remember that? Who remembers the ice incident? I actually seen that clip the other day. Exposed Dana, yeah. Remember the girl he immediately took off? It was like this young girl just like kind of like up next to Dana. Like clearly he was fucking her. She's probably a prostitute or something. So, and he told him turn that shit off right away. I never saw it live, but I seen the video. Yeah, Dana was pissed about that. She was a working girl, yeah. He got pissed and said, I'm gambling. Yeah, meanwhile, he live streams himself gambling now. Who remembers when, what the fuck was his name? Let me make sure. I think this is it. Who remembers when Jason High pushed a referee and got cut by the UFC? He gave like a light push to the referee and got cut. Who remembers that? Anybody remember that? Yep, you remember that? Yeah, it was just a light push out of frustration and they cut him. I thought it was ridiculous. Or who remembers, here's another one. Who remembers when Jeremy Stevens got arrested the day of the fight and Dana White insisted that he was still fighting? Like he got arrested like 2 hours before the fight and Dana White insisted that he was still fighting on the card because he was like a co-main event of a fight night card. So Dana was like insisting the media was wrong and everyone was wrong. Remember when Conor whooped Mark Goddard? I remember when he jumped into the cage at a Bellator event. Is that what you're talking about? Who remembers UFC on Spike TV? Who remembers MMA Uncensored, not the fake news Twitter account, but the actual show? Who remembers that guy? That guy ended up going to jail for like tax fraud. Who remembers that? We talked about this a long time ago. Joey, trust me, you're not that pal. You're not that guy, pal. I read that. I butchered that Colby Covington style. So, let's see. So many people are mad I've been exposing Colby. Mad people tweeting to me. I just seen it. I hadn't been on Twitter in a minute. People are mad I exposed Colby for his lies. Colby's the biggest pussy in the sport. Condom Depot? Yeah, Condom Depot. Dana defing the freaky shit with his women. Yeah, he's probably defecating on some of their heads, Vince McMahon style. Who remember Robin Black's UFC takes? I don't really remember that much. Who remembers UFC Tonight? I used to tune in like every Tuesday and watch UFC Tonight. Does anybody remember UFC Tonight on Fuel TV? Joe, do you remember Steve the Steamroller? No, I don't. Joe, my boy, why do you hate Colby so much? I don't hate him. I just think he's an excuse-making pussy who doesn't fight and gets undeserved title shots. Rip Fuel TV. Does Fuel TV not exist anymore? In Australia, we had to go to Blockbuster. That's crazy. Who wins, current Tony or prime CM Punk? Current Tony would beat the brakes off of CM Punk. CM Punk's a literal bum. Yeah, Fuel TV has been gone for a while. I did not know that. I did not know that it was gone. Tap Out and Affliction shirts were top tier fashion. It's crazy that you only have 43 likes with 160 people watching. They must not want to see you succeed. You heard the man. You heard the man. You guys are letting me down. 160 some people in here. 43 likes. It takes 1 second. It takes 1 second to like the stream, boys. Can we get it up to 100 likes right now? Can we get it up to 100 likes? You guys are a disgrace. You were a casual, mate. You don't remember Steve Kennedy. It must have been before my time. If you don't like, you're a casual. Who wins, prime Shannon Ross or prime Chris Montigno? Chris Montigno. If you don't want to like the stream, the best, I mean, the most you can do is donate a $100 super chat. If you're not going to like the stream, at least send a $100 super chat. Tim Kennedy's almost the same version of Colby to Trump, praising him constantly as Monica Lewinsky to Bill Clinton. I haven't even heard Tim Kennedy say anything, so I didn't know that. If you get 60 likes, I will take a Ripski and shadow box, okay? All right. Yeah, if you're not going to like the stream, the least you can do is send a $100 super chat. Come on, don't be a pussy. Don't be a broke bitch pussy, all right? The more likely they'll announce a couple 300 fights at 298 or 299. Remember, 200 had the whole package planned for 199. Yeah, for one fight, though. It was for one fight. I disliked and reported. Fuck you, Sean. Can you see who likes your streams? Yeah, I have access to everyone's addresses. All I have to do is click on a name in the chat. It shows me exactly where you live. Gives me directions. And if you're watching right now, might as well say this as well. If you're watching right now, please subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. I would absolutely love it. Randy! Randy, thank you so much. You're changing my life, Randy. Thank you, Randy Dweeb, for the 99 cents. Thank you so much, Randy. I appreciate you, Randy. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media. I really do appreciate it. Can we get a round of applause for Randy in the chat? Can we get a round of applause for Randy in the chat, please? Damn, dude. Damn, dude. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Damn, dude straight doubled him up. Thank you, Bond, for the $2. Thank you for your 100 US dollars, Louis. Thank you, man, for doubling him up. And you got me to read. Thank you for your 100 US dollars. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Louis, for doubling him up. I really greatly appreciate you. I don't know what to say. This has been life chat. I'm calling out of work tomorrow. Oh shit. Oh shit. Matthew Thompson with 99 cents with a hot dog emoji. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, I'm calling out of work the rest of the week. I'm taking off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I mean, with all this money, who needs a job? Steven Seagal, thank you for the $2 donation. You think Sean is jerking it to Dreekus right now? I think Sean watches Dreekus celebrate with his coach and pleasures himself to it on a nightly basis. On a nightly basis. Thank you, Steven Seagal. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Louie, and thank you, Randy, guys. You guys are really changing my life here. I'm thinking about retiring. You know what? I fucking quit. Red panty night. That's time to turn in the resignation. Yeah. Oh, my God. See you at the top of Wall Street. Yeah. Hell, this has nothing to do. This has nothing to do with me. This has nothing on Wall. I mean, Wall Street has nothing on this, is what I was trying to say. Damn. This really changed my life, boys. NME, thank you for the $1 Australian. I mean, I don't know what to say right now. I'm gonna cry. I mean, we're talking an entire $7 on stream. We're talking a full $7 on stream. This is life changing. I think I might go out and buy a new car tomorrow. Joe, you got a Dana White impression? Yeah, the kid's done everything we've ever asked of him. He's done everything we've ever asked of him. The fans want it. He's just done everything we've ever asked of him. We'll see how it plays out, but he's done everything we've ever asked of him. It just keeps coming. Thank you. Dude, you're fucking rich. Yeah, I know. I can't wait for the deposit to hit so I can stuff that under my mattress. It's almost a Chipotle burrito. Yeah, that is true. With that money, you could buy my hoe rack. Okay. 10-7. I got a bowl from Chipotle earlier. I like to call it Chipotle instead of Chipotle. Leo, thank you for the $1.99. Take a look off. Take a week off. You deserve it, I think is what you meant. I will, Leo. Thank you for the $1.99. I greatly appreciate it, man. I don't know what I would do without you guys. Ty Emerson, thank you for the $2.79 Canadian. Take a load off? Okay. Send your mother over, I will. Ty Emerson, thank you for the $2.79 Canadian. Red panty night. Oh, that's funny, bro. That's funny. Thank you for the $2.79. What's the most random currency you ever received in a dono? I don't know. There's been some, but I don't remember. I'm going to be balling out, man. I'm waiting for Randy Dweeb to send another 99 cents. I need to pay my mortgage this month, boys. Come on now. So, thank you, Ty. Thank you, Leo. I appreciate it. I'll take a load off, man. I think I might take the rest of the week off, and I might not even stream either. I might just sit back and Bask in the glory of all these donos. I can't wait for this deposit to hit. I don't know what I'm going to buy. I might get a new car. I might pay off my house after the stream tonight. I can't remember what's the most I've ever made on a stream. I say we for a second there, but you know what I mean. There was one stream earlier, or I think it was like middle of last year. That was crazy. You called Randy a dweeb? Randy Dweeb, yeah. That's his name if you ask me. But yeah, I don't remember the most random currency I've ever gotten. Arch Angel, thank you for the $2 super sticker and your 10th ever super chat on a live stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate you very much. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these donos tonight. I don't know. I had to put all that. I mean, that guy that was complaining about me being a Wall Street banker, I may quit my Wall Street banking job tomorrow. Andrew John, thank you for the $4.99. Now you just destroying all these boys. Joey, name your top 3 most overrated UFC champions of all time. Keep doing your thing, bro. Finally, a YouTuber that isn't scared to tell the truth. Thank you, Andrew John. Top 3 overrated champions of all time. I don't know if it's still the same now, but at least at the time that I remember, they were champions. I'm going to tell you that they were overrated. Chris Weidman, incredibly overrated. Anthony Pettis, incredibly overrated. And I'm talking about at the time they were the champion. At the time they were the champion. I knew Chris Weidman was a bum who didn't even deserve the title shot to begin with. And who else? Who else was an incredibly overrated champion? I'm trying to think. Conor McGregor is one of the most he's probably number one. So Conor McGregor, Anthony Pettis, Chris Weidman. Bisping wasn't overrated. Everyone thought he was shit. So he wasn't overrated. The donos are flooding in. Yeah, I'm waiting for one for you, Mike. But thank you, Andrew John, for the $4.99. I will keep doing my thing, and I will not ever be afraid to tell them the truth. Because guess what? I am independently funded by you boys. Boris, thank you for the $1.99. Every dollar sent to Joey is another artery clogged. Okay, thank you. Celebrate your first ever super chat. You spent your first ever super chat talking a little shit. Juan, thank you for the $5 donation. Joey, my boy, top 3 hottest MMA women. Also, you think porn is a psyop from elites to keep us from rising up? Semen retention, jaw max. All right, I don't know what the rest of that means, but top 3 hottest MMA women. Your mother, and your mother. I don't know. Verna Janaroba, Lauren Murphy, and Raquel Pennington. Also, I don't know about the rest of the message. I don't know. I've heard people say the term psyop recently. What that term is, from my understanding, is people trying to make things seem more official than they actually are and sound smart. It's just a bullshit term, kind of like hot button term, invented to make things sound more important than they actually are. So, there you go. Thank you for the $5, Juan. Thank you for the $5, Juan. Rose Namajunas was an overrated champion, 100% overrated champion. Well, I've been so lucky Silva had his hands down with Showboating. Yep. Anderson, I think, would have won those fights. If he wasn't taunting, I think he would have finished Chris Weidman. And then obviously he broke his leg in the second fight. I thought you were for real at first. About what? Verna for sure, yeah. Juan out of pocket? That he is. He's always out of pocket. Enigma, a.k.a. Motivational Joey. Thank you for the $5 donation. Thanks for the streams. You're welcome. I seen one of your I was checking your channel earlier and I see you're 10 subscribers away, my friend. 10 subscribers away from 100 subscribers. Guys, Motivational Joey's going to start putting out more clips soon. Go subscribe to his channel. I want to see his channel get some success behind it. Because there's probably some funny ass clips he can get from streams. So I want him one day to make a little bit of revenue from the channel. So if you guys can go to subscribe to his channel, I'd like to see him jump up to 100 subs. He does clips from the stream. Sometimes he'll go back like a year of old streams and find clips from them. So it's worth subscribing to his channel. So we got to get to like 50K so then he can get to like 5K. I can't really believe we watched Darren Hill for 5 rounds. Yeah, and fucking Zuckerberg rented out the whole place so he could stare at Mackenzie Dern's asshole. Sajara Eubanks was a babe. You think Fazeev can make 145? Probably not. The hottest WMMA fighter? I was serious. I gave you my top 3. But thank you, Enigma, for the $5 donation. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these donos. I'm waiting for someone to send out a $100 dono now. All right, boys? I'm waiting for someone to pull that off. Dude, the people getting pissed on Twitter about my video about Colby not kicking the elbow are pissed. It's funny as hell. It's absolutely fucking hilarious right now. I'll send $25 dono for Patty the Batty impression. All right, send it. I'll do my best. UFC really made that a main event. I know it's embarrassing. Joe, do you ever feel like your name is a kid's name? Like it's kind of a little brother toddler name, like Dana is a girl name? No, I don't think about that. I don't give a fuck. My real name is Randy anyway. Everyone who doesn't think Anderson is the GOAT is borderline casual. Silva was a master for the first 7 years in the UFC that he was. Did anyone see Bruce Buffer was announced on opening day of the Super Bowl? Kind of weird seeing him do another sport. I remember seeing him at Cowboys Stadium one time. Announcing something. I don't remember what it was exactly. iPhone or Android. I'm not brand loyal to any, but right now I have iPhone. I have an iPhone 13 Pro Max. I'll probably get the 16. They just haven't changed much in the last 2 years. Usually I get a new phone every year or something. But I just haven't felt like it. I guess when you get older. Jay Lust, thank you for the $4.99. Appreciate all the content, man. Keep it up. I will, Jay Lust. Thank you for the $4.99. Let's celebrate their first. That's your first ever donation ever. That means the world to me, Jay Lust. Randy is worse than Joe. I was only kidding around. My name is Joey, and I like that name. It's better than having a YouTube name as Hap Chandler. What a stupid fucking name that is on YouTube. I had no idea what to name my channel, and I just said, fuck it. I'll just put the word MMA in front of Joey. I sat here for like 3 hours because I wanted to start a YouTube channel for mad long. And I was just sitting here like, what do I name my channel? 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 And I could not think of a name for my channel. I even went to like random name generators and I just couldn't think of anything. And finally I just said, you know what? I said, I'll put it as MMA Joey and I'll just change it if I think of something better. Because I created my channel and I posted my first video within like an hour of each other. Rip Fight Science? Yeah, Rip Fight Science, a.k.a. I forgot what his other name was. I subscribed to you today, Joey. Thank you. What made you decide to finally take the plunge and subscribe? If anybody else is watching right now and they're not subscribed, subscribe. Hap is one of your biggest supporters and you hate him for no reason. Nah, some people have been sending me some screenshots of some of the shit Hap's saying in his free time. There's been a lot of people out there snitching on Hap. There's been a lot of people out there snitching on Hap. But I will keep up the content, Jay Lust. Appreciate your takes on MMA. Thank you. Thank you. Joe, are you for real or kidding? You tell me. You would know. You know, Hap. That's why I subscribed. Prime Volk or Brock Lesnar? Shut up. Shut up. Just shut your mouth. Colby totally sucks in every way. You were right. Yeah, he does. He's a cornball. He's a piece of shit. He's a bum. He's inactive. And, yeah, he's a liar. Joey, send on the Discord right now. You can't because it don't exist. You sure about that, Hap? You sure about that, Hap? I've heard rumblings Hap is a double agent. Okay? Are you still super high on Renat Fakhretdinov? I wouldn't say super high. That's right. Send in the Discord, motherfucker. Joe, are you more hyped for 298 or 299? Probably 298. Birthing the I allow you to be safe meme is one of your finest works. Dude, the I allow you to be safe is funny shit. I don't care what anyone thinks. That shit is so funny. Because the point is, I've gotten a lot of shit for saying that, like on Twitter and whatnot. But people don't realize I'm saying it to point out the corniness of Jamal Hill. The Jamal Hill initial video take on Jamal Hill aged like fine wine, boys. I said he was unhinged. I said he was bitter. I said he was angry. No one wanted to listen to me. Almost everyone is now on my side. Am I right or am I wrong? Who remembers when I first put out a video saying Jamal Hill's bitter, he's angry? Mad people got pissed off because at that point in time, he was feuding with Ariel Helwani, so everyone would take Jamal Hill's side over Ariel. But now everyone's on my side because they're seeing Jamal Hill go after everyone and being a total fucking cornball. Who remembers those days? I got a lot of shit for that. And now everyone's on my side now. Isn't that funny? What would be your top 5 sayings? I don't even know. You guys would know better than I do. I don't remember what I say. Joe, you need a bigger water bottle? Keep the donations coming, and that way I can afford myself a bigger water bottle. Leaving my family for camp tomorrow. Looks like I got to fight. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing too. Let me take a look. Yeah, that's one of them. Let me take a look is one of them. You guys would know better than I do. I don't remember half the shit I say. Jamal Hill fell to the curse of the light heavyweight belt. There's so many opinions that I've had that have aged so well, and it's just so fucking funny. Because some of them that have aged so well, I've taken the most shit for. Like some of my takes that have aged the best have been some of the most unpopular takes at the time that I initially espoused them. Ew. Yeah. Ew. Witness protection. Yeah, I started witness protection. What would your nickname be in the UFC? The Pleasure Man, I guess. Joe, I'm going to assume you're kidding because I didn't see it in the cord. You calling washed fighters dead bodies is hilarious. Have you seen anybody else doing that? Have I started a trend? Because I definitely never saw anyone calling fighters dead bodies. That was something that I have done since the beginning of my channel, but I don't know if anyone else does that. Does anyone else do that now? Sometimes those things just spread around the community. Like witness protection. You for sure started dead bodies. Are other people saying that now? Sycophant is a Joey classic. Sycophant is a Joey. I can't wait to start a members tier. Who remembers when Joey refused to do pay-per-view live streams because he wanted to enjoy watching the fights on his big screen? Yeah, but then you guys put the pressure on me and now I do it. I don't love it, but I now it just feels normal now. And that was when I had my laptop, bro. When I got my new computer, it made more sense because I got a monitor. I used to have a fucking 16-inch laptop. I want to watch the fights on a 16-inch laptop. I need these donos because I'm buying a new monitor soon. It's probably going to be about $1,400. I'm getting a new monitor and running a dual monitor setup soon. So appreciate the donos, boys. It'll be going towards that new monitor. I'm getting an OLED monitor, and I'm going to run one vertical monitor and the new OLED monitor horizontal here in front of me as my main monitor. I'm just waiting for the one that I want to release. Joe, did you see Balaji, Oki's new opponent? Yes, I did. I'm probably still going Balaji, though. 16 inches isn't big enough, yeah. 16 inches just isn't satisfying me. You know? What's your personal favorite fight of all time? I'll say Anderson Silva, Chael Sonnen 1. I'd like to see Ian Gary fight Colby and dress up as Trump for the press conference, so every time Colby goes on a Trump rant, he's actually praising Gary. I would like Ian Machado Gary to fight Colby and come out for a press conference and just do the exact same thing as Colby, but try to do it before he does it. That's Luke Rockhold. That's Luke Rockhold emoji. Let me take a look. 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 Not even 100 likes. Shame on you boys. Lene. Yeah, I forget some of the things that I started, but witness protection is an all-time great. Sycophant's an all-time great. There's a couple all-time greats, but I forget what I say. Here we go, evil, but that's not me. Shit-eating grin, but that's not really mine. I respect you, Joey. A piece of shit is a piece of shit, whether white or black. A legend is a legend. Doesn't matter race. Most of these YouTubers hate fighters just because they are black and want to. Yeah, I just call it out how I see it, man. I like it for you, Joey. I got you, my boy. Here we go, evil. Here we go. Here we go, evil. Here we go. One of the cringiest moments of all time. Yair vs. Ortega 2 is the real main event. I'm so hyped to see Ortega get battered and submitted again. So the fraud accusations are finally set in stone. Dude needs to pay for his crimes. Did that not get moved to the main event when Bazzi got injured? Moreno's still the main? I'm pretty high on Balaji Oki. He just guessed. Cut Ortega. Yeah, fucking cut Ortega. I can't believe 298's right around the corner. It's a week from this Saturday. Who's your most disliked UFC fighter? I always forget the answer to this question. Guys, who's my most disliked UFC fighter? Joey's trademark, he's getting up there in age. That is true. I do say that a lot. Joe, do you have a six-pack? Yes, I do. I'm telling you, boys. I think I'm a lot skinny. I hate to say the word skinny because that's definitely not. But I think I'm skinnier than you guys think. I'm a Joey shill. That you are. Leon made welterweight boring. Fair enough. Pena, Jeremy Stevens. It's Jeremy Stevens. Clay Guida, stand up. I'm in my underwear, dude. My dick will just be right on camera. Your most disliked fighter is Juliana Pena, but you do respect her heart a little bit. Thank you, Jackson. That's true. 8-pack. Stop lying, Joey. Looks like you need a bra. Okay. Ortega literally provides zero to the sport. Dude does nothing but Modelo ads. That's true. Is Paulo Costa pulling out? No. I'm a Joey shill. Thank you. Thank you. Fuck a 6-pack. Joey has a keg. Okay. Brendan Allen. Yeah. Brendan Allen's a pussy. You always came up with the Luscious V. The Luscious V. Do you just like Pena or Jeremy Stevens more? Probably Jeremy Stevens, but he's kind of irrelevant now. Pena low-key annoying as fuck during UFC 290. Pena is always annoying. Invitation from Clay Guida and Jamal Hill to Wingstop. You coming? Yeah, hell yeah. I'll tell them they're only safe because I allowed them to be safe. That's just facts. That is just straight up facts. You know? That's just the way it goes. Damn. $289, you mean? Invitate. Okay, read that. Why you hate Jeremy Stevens? Because he's a pussy. What's a fighter you hated at first, then changed your mind and liking them? Nate Diaz. I used to hate Nate Diaz, and then I came around to liking Nate Diaz. Thanks for making the vid. I was bored as F tonight. Nothing going on. You're welcome. How long we been live for? An hour and 19 minutes. I got bottomless wings at Applebee's tonight with a couple new dudes and end up getting stuck seated next to UFC casual. Dude was talking my ear off all night about Conor McGregor and Johnny Bones Jones. Really? Is that a true story? Why didn't you fucking hit me up on Instagram, dude? I would have went for bottomless wings at Applebee's. I would have went. We don't live that far apart, Jackson. I'd have went. We could have got in the hot tub afterwards. Who remembers Bad Boy Mama of the Eyes logo? I remember the Eyes logo, but I forgot what that was. Wasn't that a Venom logo? But it was like the eyes right on the asshole. Chris Weidman used to have it. I hate the Nate Diaz cult. Yeah, they are annoying. Who remembers a dude asking the crowd to finish his catchphrase, "Don't fear me," and the crowd was silent? I don't remember. I couldn't respond because I was busy putting down 47, but how many wings did you genuinely eat? Are they good? I haven't been to Applebee's. There's this bar in the city that has the best fucking wings. And I've only been there a few times, but I went there last week. I think it was last Tuesday, matter of fact. Yeah, it was last Tuesday. And the wings are so fucking good, man. I got to go back there this week. Who was the main event of 196? Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz. Easy work. Co-main event, Miesha Tate, Holly Holm. Easy work, pussy. What did Jerry say? I missed it. Was that the Ortega shit? I'll put it this way. I don't think Chandler would mind being tied upside down and get his meat slapped by Conor. 100%. I ate 47, no joke. They aren't very big, but they were decent for $14.99. All you can eat. I felt like I was stealing from them. How was the service? Was the service good? Dude, really? So, were they boneless wings or are they bone-in wings? I'm assuming they're boneless. Let me Google this. Is this your first time going? I haven't been to Apple. I think I've been to Applebee's one time in my entire life. They look pretty good in the pictures. Send me. Nah, you probably don't have a pic. I'm curious how they look in comparison to the actual advertisement pictures. Because they look damn good in the pictures, my friend. I haven't been to Applebee's but once in my entire life, and that was probably 10 years ago. That's funny, though. Did you see the Drake video? I have not. I'll have to check that out, Fight Life. I see you tagged me. I'll check it out. Joe, did you see Tap Out is the brand with the eyes? Was it Tap Out that an eye brand? I did not know that. Armin versus BSD. Who you got right now? I'd have to go Armin. So you can destroy at least 2 dozen for fun, not even trying? Okay. Are you a boneless or a bone-in kind of guy? I like both, but recently I've been getting bone-in, balls. Nothing better than bone-in, you know? Love the bone-in. I'm done. Jackson went to Apple. You could have hit me up, dude. All you had to do was let me know like 6 hours in advance, and I would have met you there. So UFC casual was just talking your ear off. We had a lovely waitress who was attentive to our table of 7 grown men. It was pretty slow Tuesday, so we got lucky with service. Flats or drums? Drums. But I like a mix, but I prefer drums. Bad Boy was the eyes logo. Okay. Yes, that's what it was. I'm sorry. I misunderstood your original message. If I'm ever in a street fight, I'll just place a finger on the ground and say, "You can't hit me." Boneless is for little kids. I hate boneless wings. I feel like you get mostly breading. It depends where you go, man. Depends where you go. Honey garlic wings. I don't think I've had honey garlic. What did I get when I went last week? I got these really hot ones last week. I took a picture so I remember the flavor of what it was called. Let me see what they were called. Of course, I can't find the picture. I took a picture of the receipt. What was the date of last Tuesday? Damn, how did I take this many pictures since last Tuesday? But there was one that was like a Parmesan buffalo mix that was pretty good. And then I got one of the hottest ones. I stopped going to Wingstop after last. Dude, I've been to Wingstop twice. I threw it away both times. Have you ever had Louisiana style wings? No. Thoughts on Colby saying when he returns he wants to fight Wonder Boy, Ian Gary, or Gilbert Burns? He does not want to fight Ian Gary. If you watch the interview, he doesn't want to fight Ian Gary at all. He dodged. He got pinned down about Ian Gary. The only funny thing he said is, I want to fight that fat lesbian Gilbert Burns. And that's a funny insult, but he took it from Conor McGregor. Colby's a pussy and a bitch. Couldn't even come up with a funny insult on his own. Which is just hilarious. The one funny thing he says, he didn't come up with it himself. Thoughts on Share a Bullet warning Marvin? Why does he want to fight Marvin anyway? Why does he want to fight Marvin anyway? Do you really say I'm a bone-in kind of guy? Yeah. Always love to bone in. How do we even get on this topic? I don't even remember. Oh, it was Jackson saying he was at Applebee's. I can't believe bro went to Applebee's without me. Now I got to go. Now I got to go to Applebee's and see how many I can put away. $14.99. They got classic buffalo, honey BBQ, sweet Asian chili, garlic parmesan, extra hot buffalo. How would you say they were, Jackson? I don't want to go if they taste like dog shit. Marvin would out grapple him, dude. Share a Bullet has no grappling at all. Thoughts on Colby saying he broke his foot in the first round? I made an entire video about it. He's a pussy. He's a pussy and a liar. Oh, this is going to be a good one. If Colby wins, it would be the only ranked win on his resume. Some guy responded, why would he fight Ian Gary, who's barely top 10? There's zero positive outcome from that fight for Colby. Literally none. I just seen this response on Twitter, and I responded, if Colby wins, it'd be his only ranked win on his resume. That's a damn good response. So that Colby, I posted a Colby video and tweet, and that really got people bent out of shape. I posted a video of Colby basically being full of shit on Twitter too. I mean, I've certainly had better. Every now and then you get a small one that's like, what the fuck? It doesn't matter because you can just order another round and price is all the same. So basically, for the price of $14.99, they're good enough. Is what you're saying. I'm just dying. You got your ears chatted off about John Jones and Conor McGregor. What did you say? You're a hardcore MMA fan? Is that what you said? Give me a second. I got to blow my nose real quick. I'll be right back. I'm back. Good wings are hard to come by. That is true. That is true, my friend. Ian Gary is gnarly. I see him doing well. LOL, LOL, LOL. He rage quit. Miss Dono. I don't see a Miss Dono. But yeah. Dude has no ranked wins. He's saying, yeah, he has no benefit to fight Ian Machado Gary. Dude, the funniest thing about the sport is fans not wanting to see certain matchups because they don't want to see fighters they like lose to the fighters they don't like. So, what event was Jones versus Rampage? It was in December. Probably 2011. I believe it was, if I had to guess off the top of my head, it was in somewhere around 120-ish. It was like somewhere between 120 and 130. if I had to nail down an official prediction, it might have been in 130 to 135. I think it was 135. Final answer. I think it was 135. UFC 135. Is that correct? I'm not even Googling it. Let me know if it was correct. I believe it was 135. It was in December. $135 is correct. Was it in December? It was like December 8th of 2011, I want to say. I want to say it was like December 8th of 2011. Let me know how close I was. UFC 141 main and at least one other fight. It was in September 2011. Okay. You know what was December? I think December was the Lyoto fight. UFC 141, I believe 141 was Lesnar Overeem. Co-main was Donald Cerrone, Nate Diaz. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that was it. I think that was it. Bo Nickel versus Shara Bullet, please happen. That's an easy win for Bo Nickel. Joey, DDP fanboys telling DDP not to fight on 300 against Izzy got me laughing. Because they're worried. They're worried that Izzy's going to win. Because I think Izzy will win unless he gets out grappled. Dude said I used to go to Applebee's for years. I'm done. Yeah, Anthony Pettis was on the Wheaties cereal box. UFC 209, if you don't know, you're a casual. Fuck, we just went over this one. But I can't remember. I think it was like Chris Cyborg versus like Yana Kutsukaya or some shit. I don't remember 209. I forgot. Why are some people so high on Shara Bullet? Just because he's got a cool name. And he's got an interesting look to him. Nope. 209. Was it Tyron Woodley versus somebody? Tyron Woodley versus Wonderboy 2 or 1? No, it was 2. I think it was Tyron Woodley versus... I don't remember. You got Aspinall or Alex at 300? That fight's not going to happen. So it was Habib versus Ali Quinta. Yeah, I just forgot that one. At Applebee's, I'm like, oh, who do you really like to watch? He goes, oh my God, who don't I like? I mean, there's McGregor, Jones, Masvidal, Diaz with the 5 second. And you know what's funny, Jackson? I don't know if you were here earlier, but I was talking about how you can talk to somebody for 10 seconds and immediately know if they're a casual. But I said the word, I don't mind casual fans. Like, I welcome everyone to like be a part of the channel and everything. But the casuals that like to pretend they're hardcores and they're just, you can sniff them out with ease. Joe, have you noticed anything fishy with the new company replacing USADA? Yeah, I have 2 videos on it. It's essentially UFC. It's not a new company. The UFC is essentially doing it. It's not independent at all. Joe, have you ever taken martial arts? Yeah, I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So, if you were an MMA fighter, what would your fighting style be? I don't know. Probably a wrestler. I've actually added a girl twice and not realized. I've now got a text saying, why do you keep adding me? What do you mean? Adding. Christian Duncan is going to destroy Claudio Hibirio. That's a banger fight. Joey looking cute tonight. Thank you. Maybe I'll make it on your list of like most handsome MMA YouTubers. Maybe that's your next video idea. Huh? Shara Bullet has one eye working like Michael Bisping. Yeah. I think so. You guys like how I guessed Rampage versus Jones easy? I don't choose what ads go on the beginning of the live stream. I think I can manually add an ad like this. I think that adds an ad. Joe, did you see Volk's new video with a truckload of excuses? I did not, but I saw people talking about it. Kind of embarrassing. Arn Petrosian has my respect. I like his future. Yeah. Did you see me talking about him in the prediction videos? I said I thought he was the dark horse in the middleweight division. People throw around the term dark horse all the time, but I think Petrosian's a legit future contender. But that's funny. So you're at Applebee's chatting it up with casuals. You look like a big counter striker. Okay. I'll take it. I bought YouTube Premium. Yeah, I've had YouTube Premium since like 2019, 2020. I have the family plan. I have the family plan. Armin being a dog versus Ferreira makes no... Is he? Underdog? You got dropped by Cody Brumdage. Joey fights like Big Country. Dude, Big Country used to just knock people dead. Get Premium, stop bitching about ads. I can't believe anyone doesn't have YouTube Premium. I can't believe anybody doesn't have YouTube Premium. I forgot who it was that said this, but someone told me another MMA YouTuber doesn't have YouTube Premium. And they like, when they use YouTube videos and like videos, they have ads and shit. Which is fucking the funniest shit I ever heard. Someone was saying that the other day. I can't remember who it was though. It was one of you guys that's here quite regularly. Armin is actually an underdog on Tapology. Jackson, man, are you going to take my advice and start going on Tapology? It's much better. It's MMA Guru, is it? Well, no, yeah, I know it was him. I wasn't going to single him out. Couldn't remember who it was that that told me. So he does videos. So he legit does videos where he has YouTube videos in them and he has ads. Don't lie to me right now. Like he's watching a video in a video and has ads is what this person said the other day in chat. Yeah, I'll make some Tapology picks Saturday morning. Looking forward to it. Did you already make an account? You got to go join our what the fuck am I trying to say here? Our group. So I can see you in our group. Let me go take a look. I don't know how to invite you to the group. I think you have to request being in the group. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if this works. I'm going to send you a link on Instagram right now. See if you can request being in the group. Because basically we can see like a leaderboard. Dude went to Applebee's with the boys. I'm going to send you this link right now. See, there should be an option to request being part of the group. And that way I can accept you. Jackson, if you're in Discord, join the Tapology competition for $2.98. You can just play along for free, but if you want to join the actual competition, we're going to do it for $2.98. I watched Joey and MMA. Oh, that's funny, bro. That is fucking funny. That is funny. That is really fucking funny. Look, I'm not even going to shit on anyone here. James Lynch making an entire video about Racky's words taken out of context is embarrassing. That's funny, bro. That's crazy. Did not know that. Yeah, it's not even taken out of context, but I did see people saying that. I think it could be either way. And Racky was supposed to do an interview, and he backed out of an interview. So we don't know for sure. All right, I accepted you into the group, Jackson. You don't need to do anything special, but now you'll be able to look at the leaderboard. Now you'll be able to like look at the leaderboard when we make picks. So, and like on Saturday night, and you'll also be able to look back at our picks for previous events if you ever care to. Urbina looks so embarrassing against Radke. Yeah, I agree. How long were you at Applebee's, Jackson, is the real question. How long were you there? If you have a fan interaction, let's say Uber driver recognizes you, would you tip them good? I always tip good. unless it's like an absolute horrible service. I used to have a thing. Me and my buddy used to joke around about how rich we were. Like it was like a running joke. And I used to text him. We used to text each other. I'd be like, pick a number between 1 and 100. And whatever he texted me back, I'd tip. So I've tipped more than my bill before at restaurants and stuff. I guess that's a weird flex, but yeah. I used to do that. We used to do it all the time, not as much anymore. But usually I always tip like 25%-ish for like a meal somewhere. We ate from 6:30 until about 8:15. Had a couple Bud Lights as well to celebrate. Just celebrate the new UFC partnership. Both first Bud Light I had in a long. That was actually fucking funny. If you said 100, you're not tipping. He said 50 one time. I tipped 50 on like a $20 bill before. That's funny, bro. Dude said had a couple Bud Lights to celebrate the new UFC partnership. The funny thing is, I know you're like half serious, but you're really fucking around. Like you probably had Bud Lights, but you're like fucking around about the partnership. But that shit is so funny, and there's someone watching this right now who doesn't know whether or not you're serious, right? I think you're serious. Had a couple Bud Lights, yeah. I had a couple Bud Lights the other day, to celebrate the new partnership as well. But then I started thinking about having procedures, and I had to wean off. I know he's a clown, but Racky asking for money was legit the funniest thing I've seen someone do in the media in the wild. Yeah. I agree. I was so drunk once, I gave the cab driver my bump sack on accident. What's a bump sack? Any other fights announced for 300? Not yet. Do you share a YouTube account with like your wife? What's up with the kind of long name? Long name. I'm assuming like you share it. Joe, what's your favorite meal to go out and eat? I don't know. Probably a good steak. It's either steak or wings. That's pretty much all I go out for. The incels were so triggered when Dana White signed the partnership. I did not know that, actually. But I don't even know the whole story behind it, but I know a lot of people hate it Bud Light. I don't drink alcohol, so I don't really know. And I don't pay attention to shit like that. I'll tell you one thing. The incels are triggered when you call them incels. Motivational Joey posted a video, and it was like a compilation. And I had said a couple times, like, these people that are part of the incel community get really mad. And a lot of people were in the comments, this guy's saying incel. It's because if you get offended by the term incel, most likely you are an incel. How can it be taken out of context when Racky and the journalist first line? I don't know, dude. People want to defend Racky because they like what he said in Australia. That's it. Racky said, I need to get paid. You guys get these interviews for free. I thought it sounded pretty straightforward. I watched it in its entirety just to see, out of curiosity. I think it could be taken multiple ways, but if it is, it's just Racky's unintelligent and doesn't know how to put his words together. But I think some people are defending him because they liked what he said at 93 and 193, and they want to appeal to that audience, you know? There's people, like, you don't get it. I wish I could explain this better. Like, I genuinely don't care. I'm not offended by any words. You could never offend me saying the most ridiculous shit. Like, when I'm out with my friends, when I'm out just talking shit, like, not that I'm going out of my way to say crazy shit, but, like, I don't care what anyone says. Like, I'm not like, oh my God, how could you say such a thing? Like, I don't care. But to go on, like, a public stage and for someone to say some shit like that, and then people are like, oh my God, I love it. I fucking love it. Oh my God, this is so amazing. There's a lot of people who just like to support that type of shit, but they're pussies and they won't say it. They won't say it out loud. I'm telling you right now, if I supported that type of behavior, I would say it right now. No problem. Wouldn't give a fuck. But people like to teeter that line between, oh, well, didn't mean it that way, or I'm just joking, or this or that. But then you have the people who love that he said it because they're living vicariously through them because they're pussies and they would never say it, even though they want to say it. They think it in their minds. And then you have the other kind of group that's aligned with that group that want to vigorously defend him saying it because they want to appeal to that audience. You know? It's a weird thing. But either way, he shit on himself. Basically because Bud Light came out with a trans person on a can, the whole right wing base got upset and decided to boycott Bud Light. So when Dana signed with the Bud Light, they called him a sellout. Okay. I knew it had something to do with like a transgender person. But I truly don't give a fuck. So I don't care what anyone does. I mean, that doesn't... I thought there was more to it than that, but that just seems like people crying about something. King crab is the ultimate food, but so expensive. Fair enough. Aren't you in a state known for seafood? Wouldn't you like to know? Yeah, the way he said it made him look bad. It made him look horrible. But people will defend him because they like him because he says homophobic slurs. Hey, Joe, I get you an interview with Manel Loco Torres. He's fighting Chris Duncan, UFC Mexico. How do you know him? How do you know him? Let me know. I'm trying to picture him right now. This guy that got a nasty elbow kick. Yup, against Nicholas Mota. Against Nicholas Mota. I was in a club and said the amount of dirty looks I got. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. I don't support the use of stuff like that because I do understand that it is kind of hurtful to a certain group of people, but I'm not personally offended by that, but I don't try to cheerlead it. I'm about to interview Andre Arlovski. Should be fun. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. I haven't done too many interviews. So I mean, I wish I could get Colby on the channel. Dude's crying about a foot break. I broke my foot. What a pussy. What a pussy. Who remember when he was turning down a title fight because he said he had a deviated septum? Who remembers that? All right, let me X out of Instagram. I don't need Instagram anymore. Dana said only true patriots drink Bud Light. I remember seeing a clip about that. I was laughing my ass off. Like, what determines if you're a patriot or not? Drinking alcohol? What alcohol you drink? How does that even make any sense? I don't even know. But how the hell is it already midnight? How the hell is it already midnight? That's the craziest thing. We've been live for 2 hours, basically. I was going to say an hour and some odd minutes, but it's 2 hours, basically. If he's hurt, heal up and call out someone worth a fuck. Colby begging for Wonderboy Thompson was some of the most embarrassing shit I've seen in a long time. Ty Emerson, can you send Tabology link? Do you have Instagram? Or no? Thank you for $2.79 Canadian. That's life-changing money. Thank you. Thoughts on Joe Pyfer? Is he legit? Too early to tell, but I think he's legit enough to be top 15. I don't usually drink beer, but a Tribe Modelo is straight garbage. Bud Light and Miller Lite is the way to go. I don't drink at all. I've never drank alcohol in my entire life. James Lynch is becoming Dollar Tree version of Ariel, and his Dana White is Ali Abdelaziz. You heard it here first, okay? Wow, what are you wowing about? If you have IG, just message me on IG real quick. You see Pfeiffer gassing if he wants to go 5 rounds? I don't know, man. I have a question about his cardio, whether or not his cardio is going to be good. We don't know. We don't know just yet. Alcohol is genuinely useless. I've never drank and I've never smoked in my entire life. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. I've been trying. When I was younger, all my buddies tried to get me to. I was like, nah, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to do that shit. So I said, nope. And here I am. Just not for me, my friend. Just not for me. Just not for me. I'd rather, do black tar heroin. Black tar heroin's the way to go, to be honest. I've never even had a sip. I've never smoked a cigarette, and I've never smoked weed ever. I'm not like vigorously against it or anything. I don't think people who do it are horrible or anything. I'm just not for me. It's just not for me. That's crazy, man. Live a little. I mean, I live perfectly fine, dude. I've been having good times. I had some fucking crazy times when I was younger. My life from about like 14, 15 to like 22, 23 was fucking wild. Was wild and crazy. We definitely did some shit that I can never talk about ever on stream. And I had some good times, all right? I had some fucking good times. So, I mean, I have countless stories that I could never say in public, ever. So, I think we had good enough times. What age did the snapping turtle occur? Snapping turtle was probably like 19. The snapping turtle shit was crazy. And that's not even even close to the craziest shit we ever did. The snapping turtle shit was fucking wild. That motherfucker was lunging. I'll never forget, we returned him to where he came from too. I never knew snapping turtles hissed, and I never knew they could lunge so fast either. We could have got someone really fucked up that night. We could have got someone really fucked up. I got tricked by my family into drinking a bit, which I'll never understand, like, families. I guess there's a lot of families that are like borderline alcoholics and they want to encourage like their children to drink and shit. If I was your Uber driver, would you tell me a crazy story? No. I would not. I'm not trying to go to jail, all right? I'm not trying to go to jail. Ever. I'll tell you half of a story of one of my buddies. Something happened with one of my buddies. I'm not going to go into detail about it. But who knows, he might even be watching right now. But I'll never forget. It ended up in court. And the judge said, "This is disgusting. This is heinous. I sentence you to like, I think it was like 2 years or some shit like that." And then just slammed the gavel down and they just whisked him away. But that's as much detail as I'll give. My family offered me beer in 8th grade and then didn't offer any to my sister till she turned 17. That's weird, dude. I don't understand getting people to drink when they're so young. My mom used to give me alcohol in my early 10s, and I'm a semi-professional alcoholic now. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah. Was the judge over-exaggerating on your opinion? Yes, but no, because she was basing kind of off a false narrative, in my opinion. One time I threw a smoke bomb in the cap of a truck and it burnt it to the ground. 4th of July shenanigans. Did you ever get caught? Or no? Joe, do you think Volk is the best fighter in terms of pure skill? One of them. Nope, you never got caught. Joe, who do you got in a Colby Usman rematch? I would take Usman easily. First, I had a drink when I was 12 at least. It's hard when you're in Scotland. We start early. It's 18 when you can buy it. That's crazy, dude. I egged the pedo's house in my neighborhood. Look, I'll tell you this story. And this isn't even one story. This is like years of stories. But I guess, this isn't too bad. I'll have to leave a part out of it. Because a part of multiple of these stories involved crimes that we could probably go to jail for years that I didn't even realize at the time. We were like 18, 19. And if we would have got caught, we probably could have went to jail for quite a few years, probably 5 to 10 years, maybe, I would say, just guessing. So I'll leave that part of the story out. But one of the funniest things we used to do is me and the boys used to get together and we'd have a bunch of eggs, right? And it'd have to be the right person in a way, even though you wouldn't be able to tell. We used to pull up next to cars at a stoplight and just egg the shit out of the car, and then hopefully they would chase us. And we got into quite a few high-speed pursuits where we drove on the wrong side of the road, and I used to have an old escape route. Like, I already had this planned where there was a couple really quick turns where I could lose people. But we used to try to, we would pick out, fast cars. And, we would literally get out of the car sometimes. We'd be at a stoplight. 5 or 6 of us would jump out of a car and just egg a car at a stoplight and then pull off, and then they would chase us. And we'd have fun running from them. It was good times. It was good times. Joe, I'm responding to a comment from earlier, but some of your best sayings are Stipe got folded like a lawn chair, stretcher from the cage with no serious injuries. That's a good one, Frank. Stretchered from the cage with no serious injuries was a really good one. A really good one. A really fucking good one. I'll never forget. Hold on. I started that at the very beginning of my channel. I'll never forget that saying. Andrew John, thank you for the 199. Joey, tell us a crazy college story. Look, I'll tell you a crazy story. I don't remember what year it was. But me and my buddy were just driving down the road. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. There was some crackhead on the side of the road, right? I don't endorse this now because it's really not right, but it was funny at the time because we were young. But my buddy had a pack of ramen noodles, just a light pack of ramen noodles. And he used to think it was funny to throw random shit at people. And I was always the driver, right? And we used to do this with different shit and with different people. Sometimes I'd be 4 or 5 people. And what I would do sometimes to people, they would throw something at somebody. I never encouraged anything that would hurt anyone ever. But right, they let's say they would throw something at someone. I'd slam on the brakes and make them get out and get it. Which obviously leads to some confrontations and some weird situations. And I'll never fucking forget. My buddy threw a fucking pack of ramen noodles at a crackhead one time. And I slammed on the brakes. And I said, get out and get it. And he got out, right? And I had my window down and I was listening. The crackhead started walking towards him, right? It looked like The Walking Dead. And I'll never forget to this day what she said. She said, that's attempted murder. It was a pack of ramen noodles that didn't even actually hit her. And she was like, that's attempted murder. Well, the best part of this story is she got so close to my car, she almost got in my car. As he's getting back in, he was a little bit drunk. And I don't know what happened to this day because I couldn't see. But next thing you know, I feel a bump as I'm driving away. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? And next thing you know, I look in the back seat and my buddy's just fucking bleeding everywhere. And I have a picture somewhere. But I assume that I ran over his foot. That had to be what happened. But there must have been a rock on the ground somewhere there. because he had like a gunshot wound in his ankle. You could see the bone and everything. There was like a gunshot wound in his ankle. And I was like, holy fuck, what are we going to do? You know, and he was like, I was like, you want me to try to take you to the hospital? What are we supposed to do? He said, just take me home. I said, dude, you can't go home. This is fucked up. You could see the bone. I have a picture of it somewhere. I'll dig it out and show you guys one stream. But it looked like a fucking gunshot wound, and you could see his bone, and there was blood everywhere in my backseat. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, how did this even happen? And he's like, just take me home. So he couldn't walk at all. So I took him home, and I carried him in the just married pose into his house and dropped him off. And I told his mom, I said, yeah, he's fucked up. He's bleeding. He told me to bring him home. I think he needs to go to the hospital. And his mom ended up taking him to the hospital. And I forgot what ended up happening, but he ended up being on crutches for like a couple weeks. But yeah, I guess he did deserve it. I wish I could find the picture. I have it somewhere, but I don't know where. I do not know where. Craziest things I've ever done was poured fake piss in a teacher's mugshot one time. Teacher's mug one time, and they didn't like me and suspected that was me and tried to get me by testing it, but it was fake, so no one ever knew. That's fucking terrible. That's disgusting, dude. That is fucking disgusting. I know of a story of my best friend. There was like this one dude that some of us, he would hang out in a group, but like he wasn't really liked that much. He was just kind of a dickhead. And one time they made pizza and they were all eating pizza together. I wasn't there for this. They were all eating pizza together and they made pizza. And when they gave him pizza, they were at some house. I don't remember whose house they were at, but they had an aquarium with a bunch of fish in it. And when they gave him pizza, before they gave him the pizza, he wasn't looking. They got goldfish out of the aquarium, lifted up the cheese, and put it underneath the cheese, and gave it to him. And he was like a little bit drunk, and he ate the pizza with live goldfish on it, like 2 live goldfish on it. Disgusting, absolutely despicable. I would never fuck with anyone's food. I've seen it happen quite a few times, and it's disgusted me each and every time. I would kill somebody over that. One time, me and my friend were on LSD and we poured laundry detergent in the fountain at the mall. The police showed up the next day, showed me a video. Me and the cops were laughing and they banned me. They banned you from the mall, I guess? Were you really on LSD or are you just making that up? I recently had to scare up my lady and got my ass beat by my Cuban mother. Think as an ass beating sounds worse than your friend. Fair enough. We used to have like backyard fights back in the day. And I used to carry around boxing gloves in my car. So we used to have like boxing matches all the time. And there used to be big groups of us having boxing matches. And I'll never forget one time somebody called the police. And the police showed up and they just wanted to watch. Did you time me out? No, I did not time you out. But thank you for the 199, Andrew John. And thank you for the 279, Ty. Message me on IG or go comment on a random video and I will send you the Topology link if you care to have it. So, if that's what you're wondering about, but I did respond to that. You've been practicing your jab a lot. They're never going to announce 300 at this point? Yeah, seems like it. Can you turn the camera around to see your room? If I turn it around, it's just a wall. There's the door that way. It's on a tripod that just is sitting in the right spot. One guy I went to high school with, he was at a party, and as a joke, he sprayed Flied spray in some drunk guy's drink, and he drank it, and he went to the hospital. The guy got charged with attempted murder. That's fucked up. That's disgusting. You a big boxing fan? No. What car do you have, Joey? I'm not going to say. I got a jab to rival Strickland's. Oh, so you just back up and jab the entire fight? But yeah, they're never going to announce 300. Joe, what was the name of the crime you committed? I'm not going to say. I'm not a criminal. But there's some things that we did when we were younger that probably should have been arrested and sent to jail for. Sometimes 20 to 30 of them in one night. One time I pissed my homie's couch drunk, but made my girlfriend believe it was her, not me. That's fucked up. I reckon he won't announce till enough with month before the card. Who knows? They're probably scrambling for something. They can't get. They're probably negotiating a new deal with DDP, and that's why they haven't announced it. Is my thought process. That's my thought process behind it. Joe, are you Italian? I'm going to bet you are from Northeast, since that's where most Italians are. Okay. I am, I have a bunch of different, I guess, what's the word for it? Joe, what's your license plate number? I'll give you my social number as well. Joe, one time in my junior year of high school, I drew a penis on my friend's binder, and the teacher came by and saw it, and she told me to erase it, and I told her to lick it off. When trying to find a channel, there's till... Okay, hang out with the crowd that wants to fight. Back in the day, yeah. Izzy DDP should have been done by now. Something's up. DDP trying to get paid, which he should. He should get paid. Just the way it goes. Definitely negotiating a new contract, I believe. Damn. You look Armenian or Macedonian. I don't even remember everything that I am. My friend once bought prop money online and we drove around giving homeless people stacks. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up. That's actually really fucked up. All right, boys. I think it might be time to hit that old dusty trail. We've streamed for over 2 hours. And you guys couldn't even like the stream enough to get 100 likes. Are we serious right now? Joey's born and bred from Arkansas? Yeah. When you're 25 years old and been in fights you don't want to fight, the damage is real. I don't think anyone should truly want to fight. What's the point? Especially if you're not getting paid for it, is what I mean. My cousin owes me money for 10 years now. Hasn't been responding to my texts. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Joey, the night I said the R word, I had a homeless man ask for change and said, nah, you don't and accidentally shook my pocket full of change. That's crazy. I remember one time, I'll tell you a story that's kind of fucked up, but I don't care. I remember one time I stopped at a gas station with a couple of my boys, and some woman came up to me and was like, oh, I broke down, I need gas. You know, the typical crackhead lies, and was like, I need gas money. You have $5-10 just so I can get home? So I was like, all right, here you go. I gave her $10, right? I just wanted to be nice. You know, I always think you should help other people in need. And they didn't look like a total crackhead, so I was like, okay, they probably do need it. Then we went in the gas station, and I seen them asking other people right after that. So I don't remember if we bought it at the gas station, because I don't think this is something that you would have at the gas station, or we went somewhere else. I think that there was a grocery store nearby, and I think we went to a grocery store. We all saw him immediately go and start asking other people, even though I just gave her enough money to get home, which is what she said. We bought a pack of hot dogs, and we drove back over there. Literally pulled up. They could see us stare us dead in the face, and we just started throwing packs of we opened the hot dogs, and we're just chucking hot dogs at her. Because she scammed me out of $10. She was just using it for crack, basically. And I was pissed. I was like, damn. I gave her $10 to get home, and she's still asking other people for money. So they were pissed. We were just pulling up close enough, and then they would like start chasing. I would just drive slowly enough away. But fuck that. Nah, she scammed me for $10. She deserves that shit. So it was pretty funny. I remember exactly where that was at to this day. To this day. So, all right. Tapology link for Ty. Ty, are you in the chat right now? Are you in the chat right now, Ty? Yes, I just sent you the Tapology link on your comment. You can go request to join. Joey out here telling whoppers for street cred. I don't know what that means, Pat. You versus Jamal Pogues prediction? I'd fuck Jamal Pogues up. I would whoop Jamal Pogues from bell to bell. From bell to bell. Joe, I was rewatching another stream in your story about your helping your grandpa's installation was nice and relatable. What do you mean? Installation. I think I know what you're talking about, but it was my uncle and my grandmother making up stories for street cred. I mean, are any of those actually street cred worthy stories? If I wanted some street cred, I'd tell you the story about my manslaughter charge. Good to see Aspinall stop chirping. I haven't really been paying attention to it in general. You said his apartment flooded. Oh, it was my great uncle's house. I stopped by every day and visited him. And I walked in, there's 3 inches of water on the floor. Oh my God, what a disaster. Joe, you jump in the Topuria train yet? No. I may abandon the train. I may abandon any portion of the train. And you help drain about the water. You change the kitchen too. Clean the kitchen. The change the kitchen was my grandmother's house. Throwing bags of chicken shit at tourists from the back of a truck. That's kind of fucked up. You think Topuria beats Evil Evan Max? I think 50-50. I think Topuria is buying into his own hype. I think he's good. I've always been high on Topuria, but I don't know. Aspinall stopped chirping because he's 300 main event. Wouldn't shock me if he's on 300. But if it's going to be against anyone, it's going to be against Cyril Gahn. He won't fight Pereira, I don't think. I'd hate Topuria if I thought his version of shit talk means anything. He hasn't done anything to make me real life think it's malicious. I just want him to defend his belt. If he wins, he's got to defend the belt. You know what I mean? I don't think Aspinall Pereira happens. I've got a song I produced breaking the top 10 in an album that's breaking top 10 in UK. Joey, thought you should know. Congrats. Thanks for letting me know. Gone Aspinall not worthy of headlining 300. Hopefully it'll be co-main event. 100 likes. Yeah, we went almost 2.5 hours tonight, boys. Dual poll on Vulk Ilia. Okay. Boom. I haven't done a poll in a bit. It's been a minute. Last time I felt this way was Yuri Politon. %80 for Volk right off the jump. 73%. Oh, it's coming down to 50. McGregor Chandler for the inaugural 165. That would be an absolute embarrassment. Arlovsky versus Acosta Cortez too? No. Good poll. Dylan John Thomas album, Mr. Joey. Congratulations. I want Volk to win, but he's returning way too soon after the head kick KO. He should have never took that fight in a million years. That could change his entire career. Jamal Pogues versus Acosta. That's probably going to get booked, to be honest. Overlap 618. Thank you for the 499. This is Overlap. I'm back. I don't believe this is the real Overlap. If this was the real Overlap, he would at least donate $19.99. This is an imposter. $4.99. The real overlap would donate $19.99. What do you guys think? Do you think that's the real overlap or not? My nose is itching like crazy. I want Ilia to win. Need a change. Okay. Has there ever been a champ win a title fighter after 35 below welterweight? I have no idea. Who's overlap? We need Connor versus Seaver too. Wouldn't shock me. Dontel Mays versus Nascimento. Damn, my nose is itching like crazy. No, it's really me. All right, overlap. Thank you for the $4.99 overlap. Do you think the 300 main event is going to announce on $2.98? I have no idea. Probably not. If I had to guess, it'll probably be announced before Friday. Some random night like tonight, it'll be like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and boom, Dana White comes on Instagram and announces it because it would be only 9:30 in Las Vegas. Volk taking that fight really pissed me off. He basically got paid to be on Islam's highlights. I know. Damn. 66% are taking Volk. 67% are taking Volk now. Just announced Conor Diaz. It wouldn't shock me if they're trying to work out, a Diaz contract. I still don't believe Conor's fighting Chandler. Didn't Dana say Super Bowl he will announce it? Not that I know of. Brock for main event. At this point, I'm not caring for the main event anymore. Obviously, didn't plan out the card or situations well for this card. He's just milking it for the social media interaction. That's all he's doing. Volk losing to Islam isn't a short notice thing. Yeah, he would have lost regardless, but still. He got KO'd now because it was short notice and we'll never get to see it. Hopefully it's a power slap main event. Stop. Chandler be like, I accept. Nobody forced Volk to take the fight. He took it, got the fattest payday of his life, and now making excuses. Yeah. Natalia Silva got ranked number 7. Do you agree? But Cortez, number 10, is wild. She's on 11 fight win. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Ty Emerson, did you request to join the Topology group? Yes, you did. Accept. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. It's so annoying, though it's going to blow our minds. I doubt any fight in MMA history has blown our minds. That's true. 62% is now Volk. Poirier, Gamrot were on deck to fight Islam. Volk signed a new contract before the Islam matchup. I saw that. Right, the next card coming up. Fight night card. It's like a 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10 maybe. It's a dog shit card. I'm just happy I got my predictions out for it. I'm going to start working on UFC 298 predictions probably tomorrow. Rinya Nakamura versus Carlos Vera, Amanda Lemos, Mackenzie Dern, Josh Quinlan versus Danny Barlow, AJ Dobson, Tresean Gore. Luckily, I pretty much know every fighter in and out off the top of my head, but I'll still watch some fight tape on each fighter. So I've been trying to start on like Tuesday or Wednesday. And I'll get the list of fights so I can make the timestamps. And then I'll make a thing for the post-fight and a thing for the predictions because I type notes for all my predictions. So I remember exactly what I'm picking. And then I watch fight tape and I type some notes on each fighter. And then I have it in front of me, even though I don't always read it. But I have it in front of me in case I want to just glance at it for a second. So I start working on Wednesday. Like if it's like a 13-fight card, I'll do like 3 on Wednesday, 3 on Thursday, 3 on Friday, and then maybe like 2 on Saturday, and then I only have a couple to do on Sunday, so it only takes me like an hour on Sunday. Rather than, I used to just wait till Sunday, and then I'm like beat on Sunday from all the work on Saturday, and then I'm like, damn. So I'd rather do it in advance and just kind of refresh. Because sometimes you watch fight tape and it's not what you remember from the fight. What are your locks on 298 and 299? Ask me when we get closer to it. Your Colby video was fire and funny. Yeah. Nobody else would call Colby out for being a puss. Dude's the biggest puss in the game. And nobody will call him out. Colby had no problem showing his X-ray now, but he never shows broken jaw. There was a broken jaw X-ray, and he said it was fake. So he's familiar with fake X-rays. If we're getting a good 300 main card, how bad are the next Fate 4 pay-per-views going to be? I don't know. Though I'll tell you one thing: the Fight Night cards are going to be dog shit, bro, and it's already the case. I am not looking forward to doing predictions for some of these Fight Night cards. Like, I am disgraced. I mean, the March 2nd card is absolute dog shit. It's already got 12 fights. It wouldn't shock me if Alex Perez, Muhammad Makayev is the main event. Cards dog shit. Cards absolute dog shit. But that's not even the worst one. Tuivasa Tybura. Oh my god. I am not looking forward to doing predictions for that card. Hebas Namajunas. Ew. Ew. We don't even have... How many fights we got for that card? Yeah, we got 13. That card's done, and that card's fucking ugly. It's not horrible, but it's pretty ugly. Peyton Talbot versus Cameron Simon is probably the second best fight on the card. Or maybe Billy Q versus Gabriel Miranda is pretty good. But, I mean, who gives a fuck about Montserrat Rendon versus Daria Zhelenyakov? I don't even know how to pronounce this shit. Edmund Shabazian versus Dusko Todorovic. That card shit. Atlantic City card is shit. They're probably going to do Aaron Blanchfield, Manafiore for the main. Vittori Allen is dog shit. I mean, we got dog shit card after dog shit card after dog shit Apex card. 63% is taking Vulk. I'm ending the poll. Overlap. Thank you for the $4.99. Who do you have between? I'm thinking it's Arichi Lang and Marcos. This is overlap. I think Marcos is the more well-rounded fighter. I think he gets it done probably by decision. I just think he's more well-rounded. Arichi Lang has to get like a brutal one-shot KO, and Marcos is just super well-rounded. Good striking, good grappling, defensively sound, offensively sound. So I think he gets it done. Make sure you guys, if you haven't checked out, go check out my full card predictions for this Saturday. If you haven't checked it out yet, please check those videos out. I would like for those videos to start picking up more views, but I understand they're shit cards, so it's like... Until we start really... You know, my channel wasn't built on full card picks. I only started doing those last year. If Brendan Allen beats Vittori, we'll see... Dude, he's going to be calling for a title shot if he beats Marvin Vittori. Might get JoJo Calderwood main event. Ew. How do I make my picks for the group? You just do it like regular and it automatically transfers to the group. You don't have to like go in the group and make the picks. You just make the picks on your account and they automatically transfer to the group. How do I cure a sore throat? I feel one coming on. Get yourself a pack of these. Matter of fact, I'm going to have one right now. I think these are good for... No, this actually isn't good for anything else, I don't think. I don't need one. Yeah, this is just for minor irritation. Yeah, I'm not going to do one. I thought it would help with a runny nose, but it doesn't. Do you mind Randy Brown on 300? No, I don't want to see Randy Brown on 300. I've heard of these badasses with boomerangs. Those names are sick. How the women's fight versus Shu for the belt. Okay. The fall of Colby. I fought these bad to the bone lady on the bus after school. Take vitamin C? I do. But yeah, I would gargle some warm salt water or something. Joey, thanks. Quite fortuitous coinciding events. Fair enough. Whatever you're saying, fair enough. You need to suck a popsicle for a sore throat? Yeah. Get a firecracker popsicle and just deep throat it repeatedly. And you'll be good to go. Charles Johnson versus Joshua Van on 300 would be a banger. No, I don't want to see Charles Johnson on 300. That's a good fight. I don't want to see that. Fight nights have been really bad for a few years. I stopped surfing. Okay. I eat beets. They are the best. Congrats. Congrats. Damn. I can't believe we got so many shitty Apex cards coming up. It just sucks. I just wish there were better cards coming up. The pay-per-views are bangers, though. So I get it. We can't complain too much. The pay-per-views are bangers. But it's just unfortunate. Some of these Apex cards are just dog doo-doo. Damn, Joe, you hella cute today. Thank you. Fight Night Tip. Okay, read that. And the standards are just getting lower and lower and lower on the Apex cards. I wish the UFC would abandon Apex. They're never going to because the overhead cost. Overhead costs are just, it's just too good for them. I'll tell you, the UFC Fight Night Mexico card is still a banger, though. And a 5-round co-main event, love that. Absolutely love that. This card, the card this weekend is actually all for, yeah, the card this weekend is dog shit. Apex would be okay if the Octagon wasn't. I hate the Octagon at the Apex, too. What's next for Usman? If I had to guess, they might do the Colby trilogy. But if not, maybe Shavkat Usman, because you know Colby won't take that fight. Joe, what time is it where you are? I don't answer those types of questions without donations, Pat. Sorry. I can't wait to see who didn't prepare correctly for the Mexico card. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of people with bad gas tanks. It's crazy, though. UFC 300 is right around the corner, boys. Right around the... I hope I'm at 20K by 300. But we'll see. It's right around the... It's 2 months away, and I need to get 4,000 subs, basically. So it's going to be tough. I'll get close. Maybe 19,000, 18,000. Who headlines Atlantic City? It's probably just going to be Manafort versus Aaron Blanchfield. Usman is on a 3-fight losing streak. I know, and he could have easily won all 3. That's the crazy thing. I know technically he got KO'd by Leon, but he was winning the fight. Second fight against Leon was closer than people think. I think it should have been a draw with the point deduction. Then the Hamzat fight could easily have been a draw or a win. So how crazy is it? Usman could be on one of the craziest win streaks of all time. But instead, he's on a 3-fight losing streak. You know what I mean? It just goes to show how quickly things can change. It's tough to win a fight bets. They give you $200 for $5. Open an account. We are losers. Yeah. House always wins, bruh. Bro got 150 likes. Let's go. I got 106 likes. It says, you dyslexic? Everybody like the stream. Everyone make sure they're subscribed to the channel. If you know people who enjoy MMA content, tell them to come subscribe to the channel if they're going to watch content. I'm trying to get to 20K before UFC 300. The best thing you guys can do is when you see a video, watch the video and watch it in its entirety. Does your boy Ige get it done? I think Ige wins by KO. Watch the full card picks. There's literally timestamps. Literally timestamps for you to watch the full card picks. Not that difficult. Not that difficult. So... Anyhow, Shevchenko versus Fior would be a banger. If I'm Shevchenko, fuck the Grasso fight. I'd move up and take on Raquel Pennington and easily get an easy win. Usman can definitely get the belt again with 1 win, which is deserved. Get him versus Shavkat. Well, Bilal's going to take the belt off Leon anyway. Let's be real. You are insightful and knowledgeable, but you need a gimmick like wear a weird shirt or something. No, I don't need a gimmick. I'll just be normal. Damn, Joe, I was lurking, but just liked work mode. What's up, Bitsy? Connor gets to Manhattan. Okay, I don't know what that means. It could take it to the next level. Okay, I'll think of a gimmick then. I'll just start saying slurs 24/7 on stream. I want Natalia Silva versus Grasso. You need to turn heel. Okay, I'll start turning heel. I think Valentina beats every woman at bantamweight, probably, unless she's super undersized because she's been sticking around at flyweight for a long time. Are you trolling about Bilal? No, I think Bilal beats Leon, legit. Probably by Boston Crab, I would say. He beats Leon by Boston Crab. That's just what's gonna happen, my friend. That's just what's gonna happen. I get enriched on YouTube fighting over the last pizza. Okay, what's up, Joey? Colby video was hilarious. Did you get a good laugh, Jack? About time you showed up. Will UFC 302 be in London? Possible. Usman as champ was a vibe. Dude was always active. People say I'm biased. I'm only ever charitable to active fighters, not ones that sit on the sidelines. Not ones that sit on the sidelines. Usman is the real deal. Joey, what would you do if Hill snuck up on you and smacked you in the back of your head? I'd punch him right in his fucking teeth. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to defend myself regardless if I get my ass whooped or not. You can't just let somebody bitch you just because you think they might beat you up. You're fucking stupid. I can tell Hap's a pussy. I'm telling you right now, I'd smack the shit out of Hap and he'd be like, why'd you hit me? Manhattan slippered his concrete feet and plank walking. Okay. Okay, you can say what you want. I'd definitely do that. Who you got in the Super Bowl? I don't really know. Probably Kansas City. Usman was an amazing champ. Has Alex surpassed him yet in title defenses? I don't think so, but I don't know. Catching strays again? You know it's true. Yes or no, guys? Do you think Hap's a pussy in real life? Yes or no? Oliveira is so much better than Islam. Islam's mad exciting, dude. Islam in his title run has had a win over a pound for pound #1 fighter and a dominant KO over that same fighter. Yes. Yeah, I think he is as well. Who you got, Song or Jan? Jan. 100% Hap's a pussy, yeah. 100% Hap is one of the biggest pussies in chat for sure. Like, I'm positive of that. That is nothing against you, Hap. But I know for a fact, like, if I smacked you, you'd be like, hey, man, what are you doing, man? You'd be like that, you know that black guy on the cell phone with the striped t-shirt meme? That'd be you, Hap, if you got smacked. Hap is a stepper. He goes to my school. What does that mean? He'd be on the phone like Colby Covington calling the police. The funniest shit was, and I wish I would have said it in the video, was Colby talking about he beat Leon in a street fight. Now you fucking call the police, you pussy. Song about the win, but a robbery decision. That'd be fucking egregious. Could you imagine? Islam and Charles are both exciting. Yeah. Now I would have swing back even if I lose. No, you wouldn't. You'd cower. You'd curl up in a ball. Hey, please leave me alone. I got a family. Does Usman finish Delidze? That guy's hella adorable. Yeah, Usman finishes him. Oliveira knocked the fuck out of Justin and then finished Dustin, and Chandler beat the shit out of Tony when Tony was just coming off his first loss. Damn, Hap got called a snitch. Fight back. The photo of Colby with the missing tooth right after it happened had me rolling. Pussy MMA community was crying, yeah. Bro, when you reacted to the wrong kick, that was funny. I reacted to the right kick. Everyone else is reacting to the wrong kick. But I reacted to 2 separate kicks in my actual video, pussy. I reacted to the kick that Colby Covington said it was. And then I said, here's a second kick that it could be. I would have swing back for sure, but ain't nothing I can say now. Shaking my head. Hap's curled into a ball right now, and we're just pounding on him. We're just pounding on Hap right now. Song the dong. Okay. But mad people are pissed on Twitter. I'm still getting responses. I'm still getting responses about that video. That video's got 20K views on Twitter. It's fucking hilarious. But yeah. I know all, buddy. I know everything. Who's a worse troll, Chael or Colby? At this point, they're probably equal. They're both dog shit. Hap is the biggest punching bag on the channel. Yeah, that's true. Imagine we're most likely getting Moreno versus Pantoja Part 4. That is true. We probably are. We probably are. I don't mind it. It's a banger fight, and the other two were so long ago. What would you do if Hill didn't assault you, but Quan 5 made a table and Hill pushed you over? Pushed me over a table? And I'd get up and I'd punch him in his fucking teeth. Themba saying he'll be champion in the year of beating a trash can was cringy. That's true. That is true. That was cringy as hell. You see the one guy who pulled out this weekend? Hill. I don't remember. There was a couple guys that pulled out this weekend. What if Rival wins? He literally just lost. That'd be crazy. I doubt it, though. The idea of you and Hill fighting, it's so funny to me. It'd be the funniest fight of all time. Okay. Let's put Themba versus Shavkat. Give him Luque. Luque needs a fight anyway. Themba versus Luque. I got a weird feeling Themba would chin Luque if they fought. Luque's one step away from a dead body. I thought Ian Gary was going to hurt him bad. Holland will knock out MVP? Probably. Joe, let's be real. You gas out after 30 seconds in a fight with anyone? I wouldn't. I would not. I got an unreal gas tank, bro. I asked your mother about my stamina. Everyone calling out Benil all of a sudden is hilarious. Yeah, it is hilarious because Benil's a dead body at this point. Themba is a bum. Okay. MMA Joey, stop sweet dreams. That's true. I know we don't like gimmick belts, but to satisfy Jones' crybaby behavior, they should make him versus Stipe for the GOAT championship belt and make Aspinall undisputed champion. No. That sets a precedent. Patty versus is Paul McCarthy's child. Okay. Got a fourth long. Yeah. Do you think Colby could be lying about his injury? Definitely. I don't trust a word Colby said. I mean, Colby's a habitual liar, man. He's a proven liar. Why should all of a sudden we believe him about this? Joe, you couldn't last 30 seconds with Hill. I couldn't last 30 seconds with your mom. That's for sure. Joey, you think you have a good chin? I don't fucking know, dude. Sure. Themba versus Brock Lesnar. Book it. Yeah, Themba versus Brock Lesnar. Themba Gorimbo. Dude brutalized Pete Rodriguez. I'm going to be champion. Would you rather have a Chandler's IQ or Habib striking? Habib striking for sure. Habib striking was underrated. Habib striking was underrated as hell. But listen, boys. It's been 2.5 hours. I got to get out of here. Michael Chiesa is a dead body. Joey, stop Salty Man Hill. I feel like Luque, for sure. I feel like Luque should have retired. Man, Jeff Neal brutalized him. Dude had a brain bleed. Was always remember getting paralyzed after his boxing fight in a coma for 60 days. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, I think Luque looked very tentative against RDA. Kobe always shits on LeBron, but is a worse liar than Leon. I'm dumb. Than LeBron. I was reading something else and trying to read that simultaneously. Yeah, I don't know. I don't pay attention to that shit. Listen, boys. I did a banger video. Joey just had a stroke. Yeah, I was trying to read multiple things. Okay, let's say worst case scenario. Don't say I would get my revenge vaguely. What you doing if Hill sleeps you and no one has footage? I can't say what I'd do. That's illegal. I'd report him to the authorities, Colby Covington style. I think it's going to be Dricus versus Adesanya. It's just a matter of when it's going to be announced, and I think it could be 2 more title fights that they're going to announce simultaneously. But listen, boys, go check out my new Colby Covington video. My theory that I said in the immediate aftermath of UFC 296 was correct. He ducks Ian Machado Gary. And also, he makes so many excuses that I literally debunk in slow motion in the video. So go check it out. Go like it. Go comment on it. I'll be live tomorrow evening as well for the weekly live chat. Appreciate you guys for joining me. Goodbye, good night, and I will talk to you later. Like the stream on your way out as well. I would greatly appreciate that. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. Go watch the video. I just linked it in the chat. Good night.